Sports Center.
In the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys have signed wide receiver Paris Campbell to their practice squad. Campbell signed with the Cowboys for training camp, suffered an MCL sprain during camp in late July, and was initially set to miss the entirety of the 2025 season. In Major League Baseball, Detroit took down Cleveland 2-1. San Diego lost to the Cubs 3-1, and Boston took down the Yankees 3-1. In the late game, the Dodgers held off Cincinnati 10-5. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody.
Hump day.
How we doing? It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your old pal, AJ. Look here to my left, it's Mr. Rob Thompson. Good morning, Robert.
Good morning.
And over on the
equipment failure.
Oh no. Well, it looks like you've kept your wired headphones inside your pocket for the last.
These things, if you just made these to scale, would be the perfect grappling hook.
Look like fishing line.
Grab
there.
onto anything, but my issue isn't the knot; it's the absence of one of the buds.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
So carry on.
It's in your car
Are you a one?
I might be a.
You're a one hole man today. You're only filling up one
All I'm
hole
asking
today.
is, it's like I've lost a contact. Watch your step.
Oh.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Victor Brown in the other room. He's how you doing, Vic?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
All right. I beat Vic to work today, which
You
never
beat us all to
happens.
work, I think.
did.
I was surprised.
It never happens. And here's,
I
dude, let me
was
tell you
like,
my
I thought you were in trouble when I pulled in the car.
yeah.
Sorry.
Let me tell you my peeve here. My son is headed to Las Vegas today,
Okay.
and he's gonna spend a few 4 days with his girlfriend up there, and oh yes,
Oh, the house is going to be nice and calm.
my wife's gonna be in so much of a better mood.
Oh,
It's
With only one child.
That little sound goes both ways.
well, and not just one child, but the child that she has general disdain for is gonna be the one who's gone, like the one who back talks
so her
and
favorite child will be home.
yeah, the one she now it goes in cycles, but right now the one she doesn't like is gonna be gone. But he is also broke. So,
Doesn't he have Taco Bell rewards?
oh my God! If he could buy life with Taco Bell reward points, he would. I mean,
eat there 4 days a week.
he would be a millionaire.
So, so you had to front your kids some cash?
Yeah,
Did
but
you do it or did she do it?
well, I'm the only person in the house who has a job, Rob. So it's
that doesn't mean you control the finances. That just means you bring the money in.
No,
there's a big difference there.
Let's just say I funded it. She made the decision for me to fund it.
There you go. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
The chief financial officer
yes.
approved a dispersal.
Yes. So, but she only gave him a limited amount.
Yeah.
And
What, $20?
I don't know what she gave him. I didn't even ask. Okay. But he found the cheapest flight possible, which left San Antonio this morning at 4:55 a.m.
What? Really? That's a flight, brother.
Man.
What airline?
American, I think.
You can catch a 5 a.m. flight to Vegas.
Yeah.
Man, talking about a gambling
So
problem.
I could get there. You basically land when you leave.
You land when you leave.
And that would give you all day. I could be home by like 5 o'clock tonight. And
You could.
Mom would never know.
You could.
I've been in Vegas all day.
Yeah. But that man, he had to be Now I told him, I'll drop you off at 4 a.m., which means I'll leave the house at 3:40, and I'll drop you off at 4.
Which to most people they're going, oh my God, but to us that's really not that big of a change to us. I mean, it's a little bit earlier, but it ain't.
But he's like, Dad, well, I mean, what if and I'm like, dude, this airport, this isn't the Vegas airport.
Yeah,
this isn't Houston.
It's right through, man.
At 4 a.m, it is going to take you less than 5 minutes to get to your gate.
Right.
You're going to be there early. You're going to be sitting around waiting for your plane to take off. All right. So he's all freaked out. I'm pretty sure he told Mom he was freaked out.
Good.
And
it's your job to put your kids in tenuous situations that are easily overcome, where you get some self-confidence. That's your job as a father.
so my normal wake up to get him there or for me to be up to leave the house at 3:45, I had to wake up about 15 minutes earlier than I normally do.
So it's not a big
Not
deal
a huge
to
deal.
us. Yeah.
But I get up early and I'm just like sitting downstairs. I've brushed my teeth and taken my vitamins and
Your medicine.
yeah, my
Did your morning
my
constitutional.
gout medication.
Did you take a lap? Did you do some push-ups, some burpees?
No, I didn't do any of that.
You don't do the
stuff yet.
burpees every morning?
Not in the morning. No, I don't do anything like that in the morning. But I'm sitting in there and I'm like, where's this kid?
Mm-hmm.
And I pick up my phone to text him,
Text him.
and there's already a text from my wife.
How big is your house?
I'm like, dude.
Like, it's too
I mean, it's
far
a
to go
beautiful
check.
house, big enough that you
Okay.
can't yell. But dude, texting,
Well,
I'd be hitting garbage cans together. What are you talking about?
Mind you, there's
I'm
two
up.
other people sleeping there.
I know, but he would pay the price. If he's oversleeping because I got up early to take his sorry ass to the airport, he's still asleep. He gonna wake up wet. Like, dude, you ask a favor, and you're not on your side of it. You didn't come up with your end.
Well, it ends up worse because the text is from my wife, and she says I was having a coughing fit, so I was up anyway, so I just took him to the airport.
What?
Oh.
No. Oh.
Wah, wah,
So
wah.
I'm not mad at her. She did text, and she didn't call to wake you up. So she was doing, in her mind, the right thing and the good thing, so it's hard not to be mad. You know what I mean? But
15, 20 minutes on the alarm is valuable time.
I know. But I will tell you, I think she felt like, you know what, I'm up. I'm going to do him a favor. But she didn't think about the alarm. And she didn't want to wake you up. So you were going to get up regardless.
Yeah. So I just I just came on in, and there's even less traffic when you leave 15, 20 minutes earlier.
Yeah, but you didn't notice she wasn't in the bed when you got up?
No.
I don't. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure I'd noticed.
I mean, I
never. I don't really
I've
think
got
about it.
no idea.
Yeah, like I said, I creep around like a cat burglar.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep the dogs from barking.
I don't. I'm slamming doors and
I get
flushing
this.
the
I get this
toilet
whole thing. And it's really only 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But the fact.
You,
The fact
well,
is,
no, it
you
was
know, this is an alteration, and we all talked about it. With the last we spoke, I was getting up.
right.
So what would make you think that I would know not to get up?
Yeah, there was no way for me to know.
So I'm not, but that would be the argument that I would bring, this reasoned, I wish you'd have told me, and the response was, I wanted you to get to sleep, but at this point, it was impossible. It was a catch-22. I was getting up regardless.
Well, and then I was, as I'm sitting in the living room, I look over and I see her dog
Out.
is kennelled. And like,
That's rare? Yeah.
yeah,
Corgi? The little corgi.
the corgi's kennelled.
Oh.
And normally, I mean, the dogs, especially that one, always sleeps in our room. The shepherd sometimes feels like she has to like lay right by the front door in case someone breaks in the house.
Mhm.
I
have that. That's the dog I'm trying to not wake up. Mine is like that.
but that one is not going to act a fool if she does wake up. She's gonna say,
Well, yeah, if mine sees me, but it's the loud noise if I'm in another room and it's dark.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, what the hell was that?
But I was like, that dog was not in that kennel when we went to
That's
bed.
funny. So some of this is on you. You should have caught up.
I should have.
It's 4
But
a.m.
yeah, I mean, who functions
Slow on the
properly like?
uptake.
But yeah, got me in a little bit early. And what the hell's happening on 410?
They're repaving.
I mean, who does that at 4 in the morning when we got to drive?
Normally, it's I agree.
Yeah.
I think
Do
they're
that
not
when
giving the day timers.
Yeah, do it when the traffic's already bad.
It's already jacked.
Yeah, those guys know what they're in for. Give them some bad traffic.
And I don't get the rhyme or reason with it. Why pave only half a lane?
I don't understand that either.
Get that.
Half a lane.
Why
One
would you
lane
only
at a
go-
time.
Why? Yeah, they go
Full lane.
They pave to the middle of the next lane and then leave it for a.
I guess maybe it's a safety thing. Like they want to have that a buffer zone.
I'm not just. There's got to be a reason.
I don't know.
But it's an odd thing to do, and I imagine they'll have the cones all picked up by the time everybody else is headed in. But it was
I'm
a
sure.
bit of a mess this morning.
Yeah, it's all,
But
all for them.
We'll let Debbie Alcacer let us know about that.
Oh, I'm sure she'll tell us. She'll let us know. It is a hump day. We're on the downslope to football. We are after the. I feel like Monday night those games were so bad that it shouldn't even count as a football day. So I'm saying
no, it didn't. You're right. But there were some fantasy things that I had to pay attention to. So
okay. Well, also I got more bad football last night with my son's team.
Oh no, that's right. I'm sorry. I didn't realize yesterday was game day. Who'd we take on?
Smithson Valley.
Ooh, that's a powerhouse.
Yeah.
State champion worthy stuff there.
Yeah. 30-0.
Yeah. Well, don't feel bad. That's a state championship quality school.
30-0. Yeah. Although it was worse, much worse for the A team. I believe that one was 48-0.
Wow.
It appears, and I didn't ask my son about this. This was the fastest football game ever. It appears that they discussed before the game began that we're going to go ahead and keep the clock running, which they did. I was thankful for this, but also it was 16-0 with about, 40 seconds left in the first half.
Uh-huh.
And Smithson Valley starts calling timeout. Like,
why?
They're trying to punch another one in before
they're trying to work on stuff like, yeah. Here, I will say this. In situations, now I've never coached in an organized, UIL environment, never.
Yeah.
But I have been in situations when I've been coaching against younger coaches who think the smart thing, like they're coaching in the NBA and they're coaching for an opportunity. They have we can, I've always heard that when you get an opportunity to run your 30-second play, let's do it now. And then, sometimes it's appropriate. Other times you're up so far or down so far. You're like, what are you doing here? This isn't good for anybody.
No. And we've played in tournaments, like baseball tournaments, where if they didn't have a run rule, and if we're up by 9-10 runs in the third inning, my kids were batting left-handed. Like we're not trying.
That would suck if you're the team you're playing against decides they're all going to just throw with the rock.
But it's like.
Coach, I'm out, man. This sucks.
Like one of two things is going to happen. Either everybody's going to hit left-handed or we're going to have a non-pitcher pitch. Like either one.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But,
dude.
But this was like, they're trying to punch one in on us here.
That's just a young coach. You're like, we might need this place. Let's practice it.
Well, no sacks for Holden, but.
Hey, that's all.
He did get a couple tackles, and he broke through and was going to get, I'm pretty sure was going to get his first sack.
And?
He got held. Like the guy.
Did they find it?
They flagged him.
All right.
Yeah. But.
Well, you get a point. You get a Buckeye for that.
Yeah, I'd give him one. But also, he wrapped up a kid, and the kid got away from him.
That sucks. You lose a Buckeye for that.
Yeah. So he's still at 0 Buckeyes for the season. But yeah, it was a little bit of medicine.
Hey man, that's why we play sports.
And apparently, I was told after the game that, now mind you, my kids' team only has about 16 kids on it,
which is
and Smithson Valley was
rocking. Why don't they
rocking.
combine and just play B team? And I know that you want your kid to play, but if I was the coaches, I'm like, what are we doing?
And just have just an A team,
or just play B.
Oh,
we're not even good enough to compete in A, so we're going to combine and go B.
Yeah, but then all these other schools wouldn't have a chance to.
Well, I think that's why Smithson Valley, they obviously knew it was coming. And your school's young; you don't really have a pipeline yet.
And they had 40-something kids.
Yeah, that's a legendary program around here. Larry has had yes.
And now one of our kids that plays both ways all the time. He isn't real good about grades apparently.
We're getting to that time.
So he's not going to play anymore this year. So now we're down to 15 kids. And that was one of our guys that went both ways. And the dread is that my son's about to have to start playing offense as well.
Well, let me tell you something. And while you guys are getting beat down, if you don't know the backstory here, this is your kid's first time playing organized football, flag or nothing. And he's starting on the B team, which is an accomplishment on its own.
Well, Rob, we've got 16 kids.
Well, what I'm saying is now, what a baptism. By the end, you're starting both ways, and you've never put on a helmet until July.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Well, is it though?
Well, no, it is because
it's not good for competitive spirit.
No, but it'll never get tougher. than it is right now. Because
No.
it sucks when your team sucks.
And
You know,
I
like,
give him
man.
credit for, like, he keeps getting up early to go to practice, and it ain't easy.
My high school went from 0-10 our junior year to state semifinalist our senior year.
That's impressive.
It just takes one flip, one coach,
Well,
one change,
My dad,
and one fantastic set of brothers. Once you get that, I recommend the Fantastic Brothers
Yeah.
more than anything else.
well, I told you this before. They talked about it. Rob was at my dad's funeral, and they talked about it. My dad lettered 4 years in
Got
high
a
school
Scully and never won a game.
and won 0 games in high school.
What?
Yeah, man.
How does that happen?
Yeah, he won 0
I
games.
give you a Scully for just going to practice your senior year. Like,
Yeah.
dude. Man.
That's hard times
Because
right there.
that's
man.
the only reason I did this is to win. That's the only reason I did any of this was to win.
I hate losing so much.
Oh!
Like those weekends when I was playing with when I was coaching I hate the bad team, the lesser of my teams. And I knew what was going to happen. And especially if I didn't have some of my good kids up to play. And the whole time I'm just so miserable and disengaged because I know it's a lost cause. That's the worst feeling when you're doing sports.
I just can't imagine going years without a W. Like, you remember back in 2012 that victory? Remember how good that felt?
Yeah, those were the days. Those were the days. Yeah. So there you go. There's the start to the morning. It wasn't ideal, and it was
We had good weather.
that is true.
How was the snack bar?
I don't know.
Could you smell the kettle corn?
I couldn't smell it, but I did see it. I saw some nachos. I saw some Frito pies, but I didn't partake.
Frito pie in the bag or in a bowl?
In a like a styrofoam thing.
Not in the bag though.
Not in the bag.
Oh,
That's too bad.
Not the walking taco as they call it.
I'd never heard that. I like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
The walking taco.
They're labeled that too.
Yeah.
Walking taco.
All right. Let's hit a break. When we come back, you know what? I guess we'll do it early. We'll get it out of the way early. Big stuff happening in lady basketball.
There's dissension.
Oh,
There is
lady
dissension.
basketball. It's melting. We'll talk about that next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. This road work on 35 causing some heavy delays. Selma area, northeast part of town. 35 northbound Olympia Parkway making your way up to Evans. We still have this road work. It's got the roadway reduced to 1 lane, 50 minutes to get through. Southbound 35, Randolph on down to 410. We've got road work in the right lane. Looks like they did clear the road work downtown 35 upper level, southbound the on-ramp from westbound I-10. But still on the lower level, southbound Flores to I-10, roadway reduced to 1 lane. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Prime Big Deal Days. Looking for a kitchen upgrade? Prime Big Deal Days are coming. But even if that's not on your list, there will be deals on all kinds of must-haves. Up to 40% off. Shop Prime Big Deal Days on October 7th and 8th.
Centergenics and Low T Center, your TRT MVPs. Want to get fit like an MVP? Book a free TRT consultation and automatically be entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a game. Winners selected every week. Book now, TRTMVP.com.
Davis Law Firm secures important verdicts and settlements for Texans hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck. Many in the millions of dollars. No case is too big or too small. And remember, there's no fee unless we win. So if you want more, call the Fours. Davis Law Firm San Antonio, 444-4444.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Stop wasting money on hard water costs. Go get yourself a Connecticut water system. It's one of the few household appliances that pays for itself. These things are quiet, efficient, reliable, and non-electric. But the best part is you'll save money when you own a Connecticut water softener. Connecticut water softeners are specifically designed to solve virtually any water problem you may have. Living in the hill country, you folks have some serious hard water that costs you major money in cleaning supplies and wear and tear on your appliances. Plus, Connecticut water softeners are guaranteed to remove more impurities and perform more efficiently with lower lifetime costs than any other softener on the market. So, for the best water softener in the business and to save money, call Connecticut today. 656-PURE. That's 656-PURE or ConnecticutSA.com.
ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. UMGC keeps your educational goals attainable with no-cost digital materials replacing textbooks in most courses, reduced tuition rates for eligible service members and their families, and scholarships for those who qualify. Get started here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
In sports, it's the dream team. And if your car is out of warranty, there's a team for that as well. You, the driver, your mechanic, and Endurance to pay for the repair bills. I'm Danica Patrick. In the past 5 years, auto repair costs have gone up over 36%. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all. With an Endurance auto protection plan, no matter what the mileage, if your car is under 20 years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done by the certified mechanic of your choice. Plans cover 24/7 towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, and lockout services. Act now and get the benefits of our Elite Plan, a $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you can never pay for covered auto repairs again. So call now for your free quote.
Call 800-454-4558. That's 800-454-4558. 800-454-4558.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Sign up for BetMGM and check out all the exciting new ways you can make this pro football season unforgettable. Shoot your shot with same-game parlays, call your plays like a pro with live betting, or bet on a market you didn't know existed thanks to BetMGM Originals. You'll be on the edge of your seat from the very first snap, no matter what type of fan you are. Earn BetMGM rewards points on every bet. Take advantage of football offers found nowhere else, like a second chance on a first touchdown bet, and keep an eye out for rewards dropping in your account throughout the season. Never settle for the ordinary. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. Specific promotional offers are not available in Mississippi, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesome, TIX.com.
NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design build projects, building renovations, tenant finish outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first and buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Mamas, yeah. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh. Good morning, everybody.
I heard somebody say yesterday that Salt Lake City is the Atlanta for white people.
What? It probably is.
You know, Outcast is Atlanta, so I figure,
Yeah, I guess so.
That's Salt Lake City of white people's Atlanta.
I don't know what the. I don't know. Is there a Utah-based musical act that is?
I'm just saying, it's just the vibe.
The equal.
You know, they say Atlanta's the blackest city in the country. Well, Salt Lake is the photo negative, the other side.
It actually is. I've been at Atlanta before. Yeah. I felt so out of place there.
I love Atlanta, but there's really no reason to go to Atlanta unless you know somebody. There's no reason to vacation in Atlanta, but Atlanta's a good town.
Is Atlanta the blackest city in the country?
Well, as far as vibe.
Like culturally,
yeah.
I mean, I haven't spent a ton of time in Atlanta. Of the places I've been, Memphis is like the.
Well, no, I'm not saying. Yeah, but I'm just saying they kind of proudly take the mantle of the most progressive, the most successful. You know, there's really a vibe, and I get it in the times that I've been there. But the thing about Atlanta is it's kind of flyover town. You don't go there unless you kind of have to. It's not like I'm going to vacation. You go to Memphis because of Memphis's jazz vibe.
Yeah.
Why are you going to Atlanta? Why would you go?
Well, they do have they oft get major sporting events.
Well, yeah,
that would be the only reason.
But that's why you would come to you come to San Antonio for other stuff. And then you might catch a Spurs game.
I don't know what I would do in Atlanta. Like if I went to the national championship game in Atlanta, I don't know what.
Trust me, there's nothing else.
I don't know what I'd write down. Like, hey, here's what we got to do while we're in Atlanta.
You go to Coca-Cola, which is their headquarters. You go there, and you go to the Olympic place. You go to MLK. You go there. You go to that big rock outside of town, wherever that little like resort. They're Bernie by the big rock, and head toward Augusta.
Okay. Yeah,
that's about it. I mean, there's decent restaurants, but there's really no reason to go to Atlanta.
Butt naked clubs.
Well, yeah. Where Lemon Pepper Lou would go. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I hear they rival Houston in that category.
That part of it I have not partaken, so I can't speak to that. But the rest I have.
I wonder how you'd fare as like a basic Texas white guy showing up at the butt naked clubs in Atlanta.
No,
narc.
It ain't about being white. It's how much green.
Yeah, okay.
You make friends at a well, I was going to use an alternate term for an adult entertainment club, but you can make friends at a T-bar. It doesn't matter what you look like. It's how thick your wallet is.
Well, there's
you can buy friendship there more than any place.
That's true. All right. I want to get into this lady basketball talk. There's drama, and of course, there's two things you can count on with women's sports. Drama and lower body cramping, ruining.
Little factoid.
Oh man,
you're in too good a shape. You're no longer even doing that.
Well, Kelsey Mitchell left the game last night with lower body cramping. I don't. It might have been her legs. I don't know. But they brought out a stretcher. They brought out a stretcher, and she was like, "No, I'm gonna walk." And then she did her best Kobe, and
I'm gonna, in defense, I will say this: that every other league has gone through this. They're just new at this. Every other league has gone through the growing pains of oceans of money and how to disperse it.
Yeah,
baseball went through it in the '60s and '70s, early '70s. Basketball went through it in the early '80s. Football went through it in the change from AFC, NFC, and then, of course, the desegregation and all that. And the addition of national TV money. And it's all hitting the WNBA at once. That, suddenly they're getting all kinds of attention and all kinds of money. And then there's the young bloods versus the old bloods, which I watched the NBA go through it too back in the early 90s, early 80s. This is part of it. Now, Nafisha Collier individually will either be viewed as a Curt Flood type that literally changed the game, that called out the commissioner, and we're going to change this now, or will be a roadkill. One or the other. There's no in between with what she did. This was all in.
Now, she said, if for those who did, and we didn't talk about this the other day, so there's no reason why if you count on us for your sports news, we didn't get into the exit interview of Nafisha Collier. But yesterday, she had said that Kathy Engelbert, who is the league commissioner, has been negligent in her governance. The league has failed to sufficiently address issues with officiating, compensation for players, and the state of the overall product. She also alleged that Engelbert told her in a private conversation that Caitlin Clark and other young standouts should be on their knees in gratitude for the platform the league has given them. Our leadership's answer to being held accountable is to suppress everyone's voices by handing out fines. I'm not concerned about a fine. I'm concerned about the future of our sport. And at some point, everyone deserves to hear the truth from someone who I hope has earned the benefit of the doubt to fight for what is right and fair for our athletes and fans. We have the best players in the world. We have the best fans in the world, all 11 of them. But she didn't actually say that part. But right now, we have the worst leadership in the world. If I didn't know exactly what the job entailed, maybe I wouldn't feel this way. But unfortunately for them, I do. We serve a league that has shown they think championship coaches and Hall of Fame players are dispensable, and that's fine. It's professional sports. But I will not stand quietly by and allow different standards to be applied to the league level. And then Engelbert said she has the utmost respect for Collier, but she's disheartened by the discourse.
By this entire discourse.
This is very disheartening.
I want everybody to know I'm disheartened. I'm not denying, but I am disheartened.
Yeah. And then Asia Wilson after the game yesterday said, "Yeah, she's right.
She's also an old head.
True, but if this gal's also burning Caitlin Clark behind closed doors, then and you say old head, but I mean these are like the two best players in the lady basketball.
No, you're right. But I'm just saying she's on the old head. What about us side of things?
Yes,
the new blood's getting all the attention.
And by the way,
and is able to go get $16 million off the court. I'm still not.
Also, of the new blood, what's her name? Angel backed them as well and said that this is a real issue.
I think there's several things in this. There is the officiating and how older and younger players are treated in the game. They get Caitlin Clark. If you breathe on her hard, she's taking free throws, kind of stuff. And then how the old heads are reffed, and then we can go back to the most recent Vegas game, and how they were upset. So there's that, and then there's the pay structure for rookies in the league versus veterans, and those are two entirely separate things, but equal in anger. So I think she was mad at reffing, and all the players are, even the old heads and young heads, I think can all agree that the pay structure needs to be reevaluated now that there's more money involved. I can say this. I would assume that commissioner's in trouble.
Yeah.
Whether she's right or wrong, there is definite labor strife. And I think if the NBA holds the note on this league, even though there's other owners outside of the NBA owners, the NBA still holds the note. They're still kind of the guiding force under the umbrella over which they cover the NBA.
Yeah.
There's going to be some pressure from without to get somebody in there that's a little bit more amenable to Silver's methods. Silver's let's all be nice and we can all get fed.
Listen,
you can't be a hard ass on this.
I got news. I ain't never heard of Kathy Engelbert.
Yeah, so
she's a disposable part,
and I get the sense that's going to change. Now, how they come to an agreement on rookie pay and all that, man, this is going to be a mess.
Yep.
That's just part of growth. And the last part of this was the assumption that you're bigger than you are, and never do that.
No.
Never think you're more important than you are. And I think a lot of the WNBA players believe they're at a higher space in the world, and they are. And when you act that way, you will be pulled down, even by your biggest supporters. Don't act like you're more important to me than you are.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk some news in the world of man basketball. That's also going on. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. This road work on 35 causing some heavy delays. Selma area, northeast part of town. 35 northbound Olympia Parkway making your way up to Evans. We still have this road work. It's got the roadway reduced to one lane. 50 minutes to get through. Southbound 35 Randolph on down to 410. We've got road work in the right lane. Looks like they did clear the road work downtown 35 upper level. Southbound the on-ramp from westbound I-10. But still on the lower level, southbound Flores to I-10, roadway reduced to one lane. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to sasportstar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at sasportstar.com.
This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at the prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
Hornitos Tequila and America's team have one major thing in common. Everyone can enjoy them. They weren't made just to have a few fans, but to gather people who love high-quality, real Texas football and premium fresh-pressed agave tequila. It's for all our fans. Whether you live in Texas or not, or sip your Hornitos in a Paloma or straight, it's 100% agave tequila for 100% of Dallas Cowboys fans. Hornitos, the tequila de todos. Drink smart. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume. 2025 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Football season is in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Playing on Underdog is so simple. You pick your favorite players if they're going to go higher or lower on their stats, like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns. You get them right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. The easiest money going these days, whoever's playing quarterback against the Cowboys, they're going higher on their yards, right? Puka Nakua is catching 10 footballs a week. Let's go higher on him. And it's not just football. They've got baseball, UFC, whatever you love, they've got it at Underdog. It's so simple, guys. Download the app today, sign up with promo code Alamo, score $100 in bonus funds when you play for your first $5. That's promo code Alamo, A-L-A-M-O. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
The Gomez Law Firm is the firm that San Antonio turns to for personal injury law. We have Jose from the Gomez Law Firm here with us. With over 1,200 five-star Google reviews, the Gomez Law Firm is proud of the winning record and results that are attached to these reviews.
We encourage people to go online and look at our review because we want to make sure that you feel comfortable choosing the right attorney. And we assure you, you go to Google and look up our reviews, you're going to be satisfied.
It's important to hire an attorney you can trust, and the reviews speak for themselves. The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted provider of personal injury law since 1973.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
The Gomez Law Firm continues to fight for our San Antonio community, and the results matter. If you've been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then contact them today at joegomezlaw.com. That's joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, the Texas Longhorns back in action. First SEC game at Florida.
Bob Ballou will join us at 3:35. He is our Longhorn insider.
And we're going to talk Dallas Cowboys with our favorite Dallas Cowboy insider, R.J. Ochoa.
That's always entertaining. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The NFL lives right here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, the New Orleans Funk Fest is October the 17th.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You want to go?
I'd love, man. Yes, I would.
Boom.
Once you tighten up on your backstroke.
Oh. Now we got something Rob will sing.
I was singing this morning.
That's funny.
I heard this coming in. It was on my playlist.
That is funny. Did you hear what happened yesterday, or apparently what was announced yesterday here in Spurs country? Victor Wembanyama grew over the summer.
What?
Yeah.
How old is he again? 21?
Well, you know, a lot of people grow to this age. It's
He's
not
21.
uncommon. I mean, granted, he's had a lot of growing prior, but this isn't abnormal for your average human.
Now, look, this isn't new that, like, when a player comes into camp, we're like, oh, over the summer he
put on weight
or lost weight, gained muscle. It's rare that we see, oh, he got taller this summer, you say.
No, I actually grew till I was after 20. I did. I kept growing, so it's not that uncommon. Yeah, so
Is that true?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When did you stop growing, Vic?
Let's see. I reached 6 foot when I was 24.
See, it's not that uncommon.
I showed up day one of, like, the summer between 8th and 9th grade. I went from about 5'11" to 6'3".
Mm-hmm.
I've not gained an inch since.
For me, I was probably 6'1.5" by the time I started my senior year, and I was 6'4" by about 20. So
really,
I grew that age. So, and I've seen it before. My youngest had a little spurt when he got older. So
you would have dominated high school ball if you would have been 6'4" the whole time.
I'd have been president if I was 6'6".
Oh yeah.
If I was 6'6", the whole world would have been different.
Yep.
I don't like to brag.
What is concerning though?
Listen, Rob. As a man who's 6'6" myself, Believe me, it takes a lot more than that to be the president.
So
you also
I'm just
have
saying,
to,
it's 6'6", a little suntan lotion, a little suntan spray on stuff. Who knows what could have been? But I don't.
AJ, you become very famous.
But what worries me, what is obviously concerning, is when you see a big man like that that's continued to grow, and you go, hormones? Is this a pituitary thing? Is this that chromagnon, whatever, that thyroid issue that causes guys to the giantism?
Is he going to turn into George Marathon?
Well, I mean, that's always the fear when we're talking about 7'5". I mean, my God.
Yeah, he is now listed as 7'4" after spending last year at 7'3". He is now tied as the tallest player in the league, active player in the league, with Zach Edey, unless Zach Edey also grew over the summer, which I mean.
Well, Zach, it's entire. You know, the funny thing, how different body types those two are.
Oh my God, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Completely different.
Zach Edey looks like, when you push two donuts together to make a super donut. That's like pushing two Wembanyamamas together makes a Zach Edey.
It just kept going up instead of out. No, I do appreciate none of that. Well, I mean, it's not that big of a difference, but
but it is funny. I mean,
and he owns it. You know, Kevin Durant's 7'2". Like, no, I'm 6'11". I don't want to.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Oh yeah. He doesn't want to be.
Well, listen, you stand by Wemby. There's no mistaking that he's not 6'10".
Oh, it's hard to describe unless you've literally stood next to him.
It's weird. It's awkward. He's awkwardly tall.
And in our line of work, we've been around a lot of tall people.
Yeah.
And there's 3 or 4 people that will literally just take your breath away, and Wemby's one of them.
Like I said, when I used to stand next to Yao Ming.
Yeah, that's the biggest human being I've ever seen.
It's not normal.
Yeah.
It's like, and the difference, I mean, Yao was also tall. I think he was probably a little even taller than Wemby, but
Yao was just a huge.
He had ankles that were 8 inches around.
I mean,
oh my God,
he was huge.
His fingers were like not like, I mean, obviously giantly tall people would have long fingers, but his fingers were like they looked like markers, like
all big
whiteboard
toes.
markers, like they're all huge, thick.
Oh yeah,
big toes.
Crazy.
So when you see a guy and the way Wemby has this gracefulness to his movement, it's like I don't know, man. And to get taller, you wonder how much a human body can take.
Yeah, that's worrisome.
Yeah,
and that was the worry with Yao. All right, a couple of deals going down in the NBA. We'll talk about those on the other side. We'll even talk about what deals could be to come. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
You're on the list for Macy's Fall VIP Sale. That means you're invited to save big on this season's top designer looks at prices you'll love. Like an extra 30% off Calvin Klein, Steve Madden, Hugo Boss, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty and fragrance from Estee Lauder, Lancome, and so many others. This only happens a few times a year. Don't miss the Fall VIP Sale. Today, only at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
You know that thing called AI? Supposed to make the workplace super efficient? Well, there's something better. DI, Delicious Intelligence. It's tech that helps make work efficient and yummy. Leading the DI revolution, EasyCater, a workplace food platform that connects you to tons of favorite restaurants with tools to save time and stay on budget. Need tacos for $20? Falafel for $40? A variety of vegan breakfast sandwiches? Now that's a tasty prompt. Join the DI revolution. Order now at easycater.com.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with a Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the HEB Plus, located at 4100 New Braunfels Avenue in Macrelis Market, San Antonio, from 9 a.m. to noon on Sunday, October 5th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys tailgate tour presented by HEB.
Imagine owning coastal land with ocean views and world-class fishing just off Matagorda Bay. Well, dream no more. Saturday, October 11th, mark your calendars for our fall one-day coastal land sale at Driftwood Shores at Wolf Point. We're unveiling incredible coastal properties. We're talking 1+ acre with ocean access just $49.9 and waterfront properties starting at $99.9, or with a barn dominium from just $169.9. Wow! This gated community boasts a waterfront resort-style pool and cabana, your own boat slip and launch with paved roads and underground utilities. It's all happening Saturday, October 11th. 1+ acre with ocean access just $49.9. Texas coastal waterfront properties from $99.9 with barn dominium from only $169.9. Call now for your private tour at 210-853-0389. Excellent financing is available. Call 210-853-0389. That's 210-853-0389.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
In sports, it's the dream team. And if your car is out of warranty, there's a team for that as well. You, the driver, your mechanic, and Endurance to pay for the repair bills. I'm Danica Patrick. In the past 5 years, auto repair costs have gone up over 36%. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all. With an Endurance auto protection plan, no matter what the mileage, if your car is under 20 years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done by the certified mechanic of your choice. Plans cover 24/7 towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, and lockout services. Act now and get the benefits of our Elite plan, a $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again. So call now for your free quote.
Call 800-454-4558. That's 800-454-4558. 800-454-4558.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Oh, this is your song, Vic.
Yeah, it is. I ain't got no money.
Mine too, man. I ain't got no money. Till I hit my freaking scratcher.
Yep.
Hey, I got no money.
Play.
The government shut down. I ain't got no money.
How about this?
I got no money.
The Warriors making moves.
But they're going to play together. Isn't this sweet?
Yeah, a few moves. Seth Curry going to play with Steph. Al Horford signs a. Think about this in the year of our Lord 2026, where we're going to be next year.
Yep.
Al Horford just signed a multi-year extension.
You know, I played against his dad.
Oh my God,
that's crazy.
When he was young. Right?
Yeah, Tito.
Al Horford is 38 last year. He'll be 39 this year. He was still
He's going to be 40, 39?
Yes.
Got him.
And last year, he was like borderline all-defensive team type
He
of player.
is ideal for Steve Kerr's offense. This is the reason he's signing this thing is Steve Kerr is becoming Bill Belichick of the NFL.
Yeah.
Of the NBA. Just come here, and all I'm going to ask you to do is what you're good at.
Yeah.
I'm never going to make you do anything else, and he is the ideal mobile big for that offense. It's going to work out well.
And Jonathan Kuminga finally signs a deal.
The problem child.
But the thought is he's still not going to be here for all that long.
Nah, he's a problem child, man. This is going to be an issue with Steve.
So we'll talk about where he could end up. I also I want to the conversation we were just having off air. I want to have on air and see what Vic thinks of this as well. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Cowboys. KTFM Floresville and SASportsStar.com.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Cue the easy button because it's almost easy deal days at Staples. Starting October 5th, enjoy 7 days of savings on over 1,000 products online and in your local Staples store. From tech, chairs, luggage, and more. Get a sneak peek of all the deals at Staples.com. Staples, that was easy.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Specs, Costco, and Alamo City Liquor.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Many of the successes you've had began with a great opportunity. Now, here's another one. Get started on your degree or certificate in San Antonio. Choose from more than 135 degree and certificate programs, faster onboarding, and more from University of Maryland Global Campus. Get personalized local support services and take online or hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Prepare for a cosmic convergence like no other. SpaceCon 2025 landing in San Antonio October 24th to 26th. Meet legends from across the galaxies. Elizabeth Olsen, Brie Larson, Paul Bettany, Ian McDermott, Karen Gillan, Carrie Ann Moss, David Duchovny, and more. I've been waiting years for this. SpaceCon 2025. The universe is ready for you. Tickets available at spaceconsa.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
George Gets Justice falls back in full swing. More traffic, tighter schedules, and drivers in a hurry. If someone crashes into you, don't just hope things work out. You need to get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. George has spent decades fighting for local families and getting real results. You only pay if they win. Call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George Gets Justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-9047.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-9047. That's 800-575-9047.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue is the best neighborhood barbecue in San Antonio, with smoked in-house meats, home-style sides, and specials like pork belly burnt ends, and our famous fully loaded chopped baker. The Texas barbecue you love is at Smoky Mo's. Order a Smoky Mo's tailgate pack or create your own. Choose your meats like brisket, turkey, or sausage, and sides kicked up a notch like roasted green corn and bacon cheddar potatoes. Smoky Mo's, with 8 convenient locations. Orders for pickup or delivery at SmokyMo'sBarbecue.com.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Working a stall at 281 northbound at Isom off to the right shoulder. Another at 1604 westbound Babcock. Again, off the main lanes and off to your right shoulder. New trouble spot downtown, 35 southbound right as you approach 37, 281. Get reports of a crash with 2 lanes blocked as you stop and go from Walters. Did clear the road work at 410 eastbound Nacogdoches on over to Starcrest. 35 northbound Olympia Parkway to Evans, that road work still there. Still has the roadway reduced to 1 lane and causing a 35-minute delay. Slow from O'Connor. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys have signed wide receiver Paris Campbell to their practice squad. Campbell signed with the Cowboys for training camp, suffered an MCL sprain during camp in late July, and was initially set to miss the entirety of the 2025 season. In Major League Baseball, Detroit took down Cleveland 2-1, San Diego lost to the Cubs 3-1, and Boston took down the Yankees 3-1. In the late game, the Dodgers held off Cincinnati 10-5. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, good morning, everybody. Talking a little hoop today.
Sad
Warriors
day,
making moves. Why is it a sad day?
Lawrence Moten passed away.
I'm not familiar with that person.
He played at Syracuse. I think he's the all-time leading scorer at Syracuse. Died at 53.
Okay.
Hell of a ball. Good guy.
That's a shame. 53
Yeah,
is not a great run.
No. At 53, you're too young.
Yeah.
At 60, you're like, well, you know.
Yeah, that's enough.
See, I've crossed that line now. I'm like, he goes, he did it. He did all right.
Lawrence
53, like,
Moten.
How sad.
Yeah, that is a shame. Did he have some? Oh, did he play? Did he play for the Grizzlies? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Okay, I think I know who you're talking about. It's a real skinny dude.
Yeah, he wore tall socks. I mean, he was there during Syracuse's glory years. I mean,
okay.
One of Bayham. I'm looked it up just now. All-time leading scorer, 3-time All Big East. Number retired for Q's. Just
didn't have a long NBA career. I don't think.
No.
Moten, is that?
That's it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Oh,
but anyway, I didn't want to bring the room down. But
yeah, well, thanks, man. R.I.P. Lawrence Moten. I found this article that NBA players most likely to be traded.
This is a good list, too.
Brand new under contract, Jonathan Kuminga is number 1 on the list.
He's a problem child, man. What do you do with a guy that is good sometimes? It
appears that the Warriors have no intention of keeping him long term. Like they don't want him.
Okay.
He does not fit with Draymond Green. He does not fit with Jimmy Butler, which, Okay, I don't. You can argue the merits of that because the expiration date on Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler feel rapidly approaching, and I don't feel like it's in your best interest to build your team around what fits with those two guys. But that's not my job to do that. But the Warriors want Kuminga to waive the no trade clause that would come with the offers that he had been made, and they did the same thing with D'Angelo Russell. They said, okay, we're going to sign you. Okay, you ready to go?
Bags.
Yeah, you're not going to be here. The Warriors, it says the Suns, the Kings, also teams that are teams that want Kuminga.
And it fits there. See, the problem is Kuminga doesn't never really fit into with what Kerr wants to do. He's too ball dominant, and you can only have one ball dominant dude on that court at any time. So it's either going to have to be Butler or Steph.
So I expect him to go pretty quickly. How about Anthony Simons?
I like him, man. He would be a good get.
Now they did when they traded for Drew Holiday or traded Drew Holiday for him. They saved some money initially, so that was the good thing, and they got rid of the last 2 years of Holiday for an expiring contract. Now, apparently, they got when they got rid of Niang, they got within $12 million of the luxury tax line. And it says if they can duck the tax this year and next, they reset their repeater tax clock entirely. And we already know the Celtics aren't planning on winning this year. So if that's the case, there's probably a couple guys that if you want to have a hard reset. Bless you.
Thank you.
This is a guy, Simons. Jaylen Brown obviously that would be a big deal. Derek White is a possible trade target, but the Celtics could just be looking to kind of.
What would you do for an Anthony Simons?
I don't know. I think he could probably be had for picks.
I think so, but there, especially given the teams that he's been affiliated with, there's always been a dude around him that does a lot of what he does.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't spend a lot for him, but I do think there's a lot of general managers out there that feel like he's never gotten a real opportunity.
Yeah.
So I think depending on the taker.
He needs to be on a bad team probably.
But the thing is, he's been on bad teams. And if I'm Anthony Simons, I don't want to be on a bad team anymore. And he's worked with Portland, he worked hard. He got better. So I think it's in the eye of the beholder here because I do think that there's a GM or two out there that would be willing to spend some collateral because I think he's ready to be a full-time dude.
Yeah. I don't know what a good fit would be, though, off the top of my head.
It depends on the style. He's a good defender, so you don't have to go to there's a lot of coaches that rely on a lot of help defense for your up-top guards. You don't need that with him, so you can go to a team with a little bit less of a center presence because he can defend on the edge and that kind of thing. He does need to have the ball in his hands a little bit more than some of the guys that I like, but he's a bucket, man. I really like his game.
Hey, Vic.
Oh, wait a minute. You just noticed. Is there a cat in your perimeter?
Let me see.
Pledger hit our cat
Well, you
again.
know what? I noticed that this room was not fully intact when I got here, and there are certain little things that Pledge does on the regular that I don't think he got done yesterday. So, like my seat wasn't here. He didn't move. He didn't switch out chairs.
What's going on with Pledger? Is he slacking?
He left KBB in a drawer.
This is terrible.
Man, poor KBB.
Come here, kitty.
He's used to the open spaces. To be left in the middle of in a filing cabinet is
give him a premier spot today.
He's probably all shook up.
Give him a premium seat today. What about Kyle Kuzma?
Done with that act.
Okay. Man. I don't understand what the Bucks are doing, quite frankly. The whole idea, I think, is to keep Giannis around, right?
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to be interested in Kyle Kuzma, but and his contract isn't expiring. I don't know that this is even a movable deal. I don't know why he's on this list.
I'm so
quite
reticent
frankly.
to say anything because the Spurs have always kind of coveted.
Why?
Kuzma, because he's a multi-talented dude, and when he's at his best, he's what Boris Diaw was. He's just a force multiplier. He does a lot of things really well, but he thinks he's a star, and he's not. then that's the worst case scenario. And he's kind of getting paid like a star. So, it's one of those worst case kind of things where you're a good dude to have around. You're a multi-purpose tool. You can defend 4 positions. You can score on any of them. You play adequate defense when you want to. But no, man, there's a lot more to Kuzma than that.
I can't believe this guy's on the list, because while I can see why the Lakers would want to trade him, I don't know who's looking for this guy. Maxi Kleber is on the list. Like, first of all, he is kind of an old man at this point. He's never on the floor. Who's looking to trade for a guy like that?
I don't know. When you hear the name Kleber, what comes to my mind is great teams have a guy like him, but good teams can't afford him. So I don't know where you go. I mean, I picture his days with the Mavs, and yeah, he's an effective dude, but he's the 13th dude that fills a gap.
Yeah.
So.
And then the last one they mention is Terry Rozier. And
Terry's still floating around.
This one's interesting because the Heat typically do not tank.
Oh, because they don't have to.
But
they're terrible on their own.
Well, I mean,
I'm kidding. No, the Heat don't tank. You're right. And to go after a poor man's Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I don't think that's the. So with Jimmy Butler gone, Tyler Hero hurt, I think they probably realize there ain't a whole lot going well for us here. That's an expiring contract. Maybe you can get some assets for. I don't know.
But here's the thing with the Heat. They're going to win 44 games.
Yeah.
That's
what they do.
It doesn't matter who's playing. They're going to win more than they play, or more than half their games, and go to the playoff. It's death taxes in the Heat in the playoffs. So we'll figure out how we're going. But I think that the Spurs finally proved that you can't do that anymore.
They also listed a handful of teams here that could make moves like just salary or tax based dumps. Phoenix, who's around $300,000 above the tax line, they should be below it by the end of the season, which is why they waived and stretched Beal and Nick Richards, Bradley Beal. Nick Richards, they're saying, is the obvious suspect here. He's $5 million salary. He's the number 4 center in Phoenix, so he probably goes somewhere. Nick Richards is a good bench guy to have, I would say. The Nuggets they only have to shed about $500,000. They talk about Jalen Pickett, Hunter Tyson as potential guys to move on from. Toronto is around $3 million over the line. They want to trade R.J. Barrett. Apparently, a deal that hasn't really come to fruition for that yet.
What do you want for a left-handed point guard that can't shoot? Tall point forward that can't shoot.
I don't know. I don't know what you can get for
I don't know
him.
what that's worth.
And then Orlando, a little bit less than $6 million above the line.
Pay the what?
They're paying.
If I'm Orlando, I'm all in, man. If you're close to the luxury tax, don't exit any of that talent. You need all of it.
They're paying Jet Howard $5.5 million, and he doesn't even play.
Well, okay,
that's the kind of guy. Yeah, those are the kind of guys that you can get rid
with
of.
any of what you got there, Orlando. You're building something.
That Goga, but
he's vital. He works.
But he's $8.3 million.
Yeah, he's one of those dudes that you might not know how valuable he is till he's gone. I don't know. All I know about Orlando is you need to do the opposite of whatever you've done in the past, because you finally figured out something. You finally managed ass backwards to put together a team.
Yeah.
Don't jack with it. Don't become Orlando again.
I think that too. And also remember, I guess with Goga, Mo Wagner is going to be out for the first half of the season.
Goga matters to them. Pay him. There's other dudes. If it's Jet Howard and maybe you have some
Jet
allegiance
Howard, who doesn't even get on the floor.
Yeah,
though.
to his dad, I don't know, but yeah, that can go. But pay the luxury. You know they're owned by the Amway people.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
know
that's
that.
the Amway folks. They got the money.
Yeah, they can probably afford it. And then I also saw the Rockets.
Oh, they're screwed.
Potential trade targets after the Van Vliet injury.
Oh, they did all this and they lost their point guard. Man, we haven't discussed. You know, and I know that Dallas went through sadness, and this was such a low-key kind of thing because Van Vliet's been around. His name is nothing new to them. But their plan was to go win the title this year. That there was nothing short of winning a championship for Houston. I mean, Durant is a ticking, expiring commodity. It's not going to be around for much. and for them to lose, and now they're going to have to make some kind of deal to figure it out right now. Eek.
It says here the Rockets' number one target is Derek White.
Yeah, Ime knows him. And if I'm Boston, I am extracting teeth for this deal.
What if it's Reed Shepherd and Tari Eason?
That's a deal.
I think so.
That's teeth, man.
But aren't both teams kind of happy with this?
Yeah.
The Rockets trade a little bit of their depth and get a guy who can do everything Van Vliet can do and probably better.
You're handing Houston 50 wins. You know that.
Oh, yes.
You're giving them 50 wins.
But we just talked about Boston, who's in a gap year.
They're in a gap year. I agree. I don't know if I'm Brad Stevenson, I take the deal, but I know full well I have screwed the rest of the league.
Okay, what about this one? Andrew Nembhard.
Pacers
also in a gap year with
I like
no Tyrese.
Nembhard, but I think Nembhard is very much a product of the situation that he's in. I'm not taking anything away from him yet. I don't know what he would be with Houston. I know what Derek White is.
What about Reed Shepherd for Andrew Nembhard? Is that worth a risk?
That's 50-50.
Okay,
I don't think. I think both those guys' upsides about equal, and they're both pretty good upsides. So yeah, I'm down.
What about Drew Holiday?
That's an old man.
It is. He's
a good team dude, man.
He's the older, lesser version at this point of Derek White.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not a point guard. I wouldn't run him at point guard all year long. I don't know. He's my last option, to be honest with you. He really is. Okay. Derek White, I think if Stevenson can extract, Tari Eason is a baller.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have, he plays the same game as at least one other dude on that team. So I think that would be, damn. I don't like that as a Spurs fan at all.
What about, and this is, if I'm a Rockets fan, this is the one I want, Peyton Pritchard.
Yeah, I'd really like it, but is he a starter? I mean, he might very well be. I think he might be. I love his game, but is he a starter?
I think he can be. I think he's good enough defensively that,
I think he's a victim defensively. Think about it. I mean, if I'm the Spurs, I'm dreaming of posting my point. Whoever's playing point guard on Pritchard, I'm gonna victimize him all day long. I don't want to sound negative about Peyton Pritchard because I think he's an extraordinary basketball player, but he found an idiom in Boston that fits his game perfectly.
I think, though, what we have to consider is penciled in right now to start at point guard for the Rockets is Reed Shepherd. So when you say Peyton Pritchard's a victim on defense,
no, you're right. No,
he's an upgrade.
No, again, if I'm coaching against him, I'm glad to see there's at least something I can. The problem with Pritchard is you might get 25 on him, but he'll get 30 on you. So it's a net negative because he's going to pull your big dude out and shoot him to death from the 3-point line. Going to work his ass out. So you make a deal with the devil when you start victimizing a guy like that.
Yep.
So I think Udoka knows it. If Udoka wants him because he coached over there too. I don't know if Pritchard was there when Udoka was. I know Derek White was.
Yeah.
So you're giving him the keys to the kingdom if you're Brad Stevens.
Yeah.
You are. You're giving. All right. I'm giving you what you want.
Claymore says Reed Shepherd hasn't played a game in the NBA. You're overvaluing his worth. No, I'm not, because I'm talking about a guy who is still an unscratched lottery ticket and that's going to teams that are basically looking to dump salary. So, like, if you can get, let's say Reed Shepherd wasn't worth being the third overall or fourth, whatever he was. But let's say he could still be the 10th best player out of that draft. Somebody's going to try it.
There's a maturation process for guards. There just is, and much more so than bigs. It's just much harder to come in and play really well as and athleticism matters, size matters at this point. And I'll point to Scoop that came out with Wemby. Scoop came out and looked like a man. He looked like far more prepared to be an NBA player. And look what happened. Now, it took a year and a half before Scoop became an NBA guard. And it looks like the same thing has happened to Reed Shepherd. There's just so much to take in and he was playing at a Kentucky system that was kind of close to pros, but not really. I think that Reed Shepherd is going to be an NBA lifer and could be an all-star given time. Just think Mark Price.
Yeah.
Just think about what that guy did. And just because he didn't play last year, I think we have to look back on all the other guards and look how long it took them to get good. And the victimizing that took place early on. I think Shepard's going to be a fine NBA guy.
And Claymore, the other thing that you got to understand is the Boston Celtics right now are $12 million over the tax line in a year that they're trying to tank. Like, what sense does it make to hold on to? You're about to have to. Do you want to pay Peyton Pritchard as a starting guard on a team that you know is going to be dreadful anyway?
And I still have questions whether he will ever want him to start. So that's a movable quantity. The Derek White move, I'll tell you, if that happens, you're giving Houston 55 wins. The moment he walks in the door, that's you're giving them the opportunity.
I think you're making Oklahoma City at least sit up and take notice.
I think that'd be a brilliant move. And now that I have a vested interest in the playoffs, last year I'd have been applauding it. Do this.
Yeah.
This year as a Spur fan, I don't like it at all.
Yeah. All right. I got to tell you guys about my friends over at Underdog Fantasy. Oh, I was a big winner on Underdog last night, baby. Scoobly doobly. Oh, yeah.
Over 18.
Oh, easy money. He almost had that many strikeouts. My goodness, Terry Scooble had a day. And then I bet Asia Wilson higher than 25.5 points. Easy winner right there. And my best play of the day in hindsight was Shohei Ohtani over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. Well, when you hit a home run in your first at bat, that's 3. You're already there, and I cashed it. Oh, it was such a sweet moment for me, friends. It's so easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on their stats. We got football tomorrow, so let's just stick with that. Rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, whatever it is. You get them right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. Download the app, sign up with promo code Alamo, and you'll score $100 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's a promo code Alamo at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down! It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right. Only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Kohl's Friends and Family Sale is so good, you'll want to put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Yep, the only thing you're picking up is deals. Now through Sunday, take an extra 20% off all your fall favorites. From soft throws to slow cookers, warm flannels to cozy cardigans. Plus, earn $10 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent. So go ahead, let those notifications wait, because these prices won't. Select styles, some exclusions apply. 20% offer ends October 5th. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff.
Now we can chill, Mom.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. When you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, you might not get a lot of wins, but the players, they're still playing. Which ones are overhyped, which ones aren't, you know that. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash. It is so good to be right. You know, last week following the Cowboys, Dak Prescott, the season isn't great, but Dak's throwing for numbers. I keep following. I love what's going on with Dak, and I would keep following the more than as we keep going through the season. PrizePicks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. You love CD Lamb, you love Saquon Barkley, you can play him 3 different ways. And whether it's a friend or a celebrity partner or just someone whose picks you like, hit the follow button and check out every lineup they create. It's a new feed there on PrizePicks. Listen, it feels great to be right, and being right on PrizePicks means money. Download the PrizePicks app today and use the code Alamo to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. This is code Alamo to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
I mean, literally, when we get done with games and whether we win or lose, my wife she's ready with some suggestions. You know, she'll give me 15 to 30 seconds in the car to kind of unwind, and then she's like, okay, you feel better? I'm like, yeah, I feel better. And then she just starts laying into me like, hey, don't run the ball off the middle on this down, and don't do this, and get the ball to Terp. And I'm like, wow.
Well,
I am so happy to hear this, Coach. I'm so happy to hear this.
Something tells me Bill Belichick's girlfriend isn't talking football with him on the car ride home.
No, there's talking entirely different conversation, man.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Yeah, Claymore says he made $300 on the Aces last night. Yeah, I made some good dough on the Aces too.
Yeah, you can see that thread happening.
It was sorry, Kitty.
Be careful.
Yeah, poor kitty.
I know. I'm sorry.
To make 300 on an Aces win, that means you put a little bit of money down.
Well, it depends on if you laid the points or not. Yeah. I did. I laid 8, and I was I had already kind of said goodbye to that money.
Yeah, 8. It was 2 points at. Well, that was overtime.
It went to overtime,
sure.
And then they won by 9. Yeah. That's what good teams win playoff games in overtime. Great teams cover in overtime.
And let me tell you, that table was set by Becky. You think they were going to call fouls in overtime? You think that there was going to be any kind of disparity against the Aces in those? No. And she knew it.
Vic, what do you pay for a haircut? Or do you cut your own?
No, I pay for them.
Okay, what do you pay for a haircut?
Keep it now before he says.
Okay.
Now, Vic always tells us how poverty-stricken he is at Flea Bottom. Vic has a barber that comes to his house and in his own traveling. Yes.
Yep.
His own traveling barber chair. Yes. Pulls up in the front yard. You think got a refrigerator with beer in there, got lights, a radio, a little air conditioner.
I get the hot towel treatment.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
Pretty brilliant.
My goodness.
So how much do you pay for that kind of treatment?
25 plus tip.
That's pretty good.
It is, man.
And total cost is $40.
That's pretty good. Now, what's your average haircut price?
I go to Super Great Wonderful Cuts.
Okay.
I think I walk out the door for I think it's normally like 25, and I normally tip 10. So
do you have a person, or do you just go with whoever's available?
Sometimes I'll walk in, and there's been one or two that have that cut my hair before. I'm like, I'm not going to let you do this, so I'll walk out.
But you don't have one.
Really?
You don't have one that
there's two that I don't mind that do a good job.
That you're aiming for. That's who you're aiming for.
For the most part, one of them's there, but there's also 3 that have butchered me that I'll walk in and like, now you can take me off the list.
Okay, so $25 plus tip.
Yeah, I think it's either. It's the same thing, whatever it is. I think it's 25 plus tip.
My sons have been getting, since they've been here, their haircuts with tip, mind you. And so
How often?
Every
3 weeks?
3 weeks, yeah, about that.
I'm every other week.
Every 3 weeks.
About every 3 months.
$60.
That makes me gag.
$60?
Yeah.
For an edge.
And you go to them?
Yeah.
Well, he's fancy.
That's not fancy. That's what normal people do.
No, I'm just saying.
Vic is the only fancy one who doesn't, who has their barber show up like.
No, I'm saying the $60 cut. That's a lot.
Oh, it's absurd. It's absurd. So I told my boys, I'm like, dude, I'm not paying for $60 haircuts
That's
anymore.
nuts, man.
I was like, you guys you're going to either start going to Super Great Wonderful Clips, Sport Wonderful.
Have your wife cut it.
I could cut their hair. They don't like me to cut their hair.
I got a Flowbee. We'll go to town.
I cut when I was in the Army. I cut everybody's hair.
Oh,
like
that's a good skill to have. That's a good skill.
And I would do it. I would do it for $5.
I've seen to cut my hair
you do good fades. Then.
I could do a fade. Yeah.
Nice.
I would do it for $5, or they could go to the PX and get it done for 10. So I had a little hustle going.
Yeah.
Do it for Taco Bell points.
They don't want me to cut their hair. And I said, okay. I said, that's fine. You don't want me to cut your hair? That's fine.
Okay.
You can go to Super Great Wonderful Sporting Clips.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't want to do that. So
well, they got girls on their mind.
Yesterday, I found the solution. I went out to the I don't know what's more flea bottom, your neighborhood or this one that I went to.
Okay.
But I went,
probably mine.
He's up near Starcrest and Nacogdoches.
I went to a place.
That's up for competition there.
Yeah. I found a barber college there.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I walked in there with Jake, and there was about 10 dudes lined up at the front door like a used car dealership, like waiting for the next guy to walk in.
Oh, yeah,
they were asking me, do I need a haircut? I was like, no, I'm good, man. I take care of my own.
But my boy here.
You guys do waxing?
But I tipped $15.
Okay.
Walked out $22 total. $7 haircut, $15 tip.
No way.
Was the
$22?
Was the professor walking around like watching real close?
Oh yeah. They had a guy, and he's like he ran in. So this was Jake. Okay. He's got like a burst fade, they call it, where it like kind of follows a
burst fade,
the shape of the head instead of being like just a high fade.
Do they do Edgar's?
I didn't see any in there. I didn't see any in there.
You got to head toward Marbach for that one.
Oh yeah.
But
don't go there.
That's a regional cut.
But yeah, the guy was like, anytime he had a question, the guy in the white coat would come over and be like, "Oh yeah, here's what you do here, what you do."
Dude, I'd be nervous as all get out. I'll be honest. I've had so many bad haircuts in my life.
But the thing is, it always grows back.
Yeah, that's
like,
just it. Yeah, that's why I don't pay for haircuts. As bad as this been, it grows out.
But yeah.
Put on a hat, you'll be fine.
So I'm going there from now on. This is the new normal.
And
for
where's
me.
it at? Where's it at again?
Nacogdoches.
Why would you go?
No, I'm taking them from now on. Yeah, I'm not going.
Was Holden? Did he go too?
He didn't go. He had football yesterday, but he gets his haircut more often than the older one.
Really? Well, yeah.
He's trying to impress the honeys.
No, I get it. No.
Jake's got
he got one.
He's got a girlfriend who lives across the country. He only has to get his haircut before he sees her.
Oh, sweet.
So
he puts on a shirt once a day.
Yeah, that's once every 6 months.
But Holden's like, he's trying to.
I get it.
He's trying to see a boobie or something. So he's got to be ready. You got to be lined up.
You got to slick those eyebrows.
But that's where we're going from now on, man. The new the normal price of a haircut is now just $50, and
pretty much.
It's outlandish.
Yeah, between 25 and 50. That's pretty much where
during COVID,
price range.
I tracked down a Flowbee. You know what a Flowbee is?
I do know a vacuum with
a vacuum kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a dangerous tool.
I'm tempted to get a one of those things. I see them on Instagram all the time. They're targeting me. It's like a Flowbee for dogs.
Oh, I've seen them. Yeah. I'd love to have that for for your GS to pull all the hair out. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I've
love
always
to
get one of those.
Yeah.
That's for people who have their
fancy types. Yes,
that's for people who have their haircuts delivered
to them with a nice cold.
So you get your haircut delivered.
Yeah.
You get your weed delivered.
Yep.
See,
I don't go anywhere.
That's why when you hear Vic plead poverty, it's a cover
It ain't
story.
poverty.
It's a cover story, man.
It is, man.
I went over to his house. He had the barber sitting out front. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Barber said it had like lights and it's a
he's
brilliant idea.
got the whole deal. He turned it was an old Ryder truck that he turned it into. Yeah.
Man,
he did it during COVID because I mean we couldn't go to the barber.
He cut my hair one day.
Yeah,
I was over there and like, well, you got time? He said, yes, I do.
Well, there you go.
Gave me a fine cut.
That ain't a bad deal, man. Ain't a bad deal.
Yeah, he hadn't cut a guy's hair like mine in a long time. You could tell he had to dig out for the scissors.
Oh
hold on just a second. Let me sharpen these scissors.
He's obviously a bald fade
he's
type
a
of
fade
guy.
type guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got a.
He did a good job though. No, he knew what he was doing.
Got a specialty though.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
John said that he could like the haircut. Yeah, he was happy. So
good for him, man.
Yep. He's like, oh yeah, I like this better than the haircuts I was getting up there.
When I graduated from college, my dad was like, "There's things you need to find right now. First of all, find a financial guy and grow old with him, a doctor to grow old with, and find a barber and grow old with him."
Seriously,
Mm-hmm.
That's right. When I had hair, the rules for me were I didn't let white people cut my hair, and if it had to be a white person, he better be old, like World War II old, and I would never, ever let a woman cut my hair. I just didn't believe because I was mostly getting clipper cuts. And I think like if I had hair like yours, I would be less averse to women cutting hair.
Asian women cut my hair best.
But really? I think with clippers,
I have Asian hair.
I don't trust women with clippers. I don't trust them. I don't. No, I don't think they do good clipper cuts. I
don't think a woman's ever cut my hair.
Oh, best barber I ever had. She was Korean.
Take it back.
She moved home. She worked right off Austin Highway 15 years. Best hair, outstanding.
I think it was Jesse's haircuts. Jesse's Regency's what it was called on Theo and Malone back in the day in Division Avenue.
Yeah.
They would cut my hair there like once a month.
You're showing up down there. You better have your Stacy's on down there.
Oh yeah.
You better.
But I liked it. Back then, I liked if you had a barber pole outside or there was. I liked going to I
want a barber that's going to cut my nose hair. I want a barber that's going to get in scissors in my nose, get in with the ear hair. I want a guy that genuinely knows where the bodies are buried.
Yeah. Casey says black barbershops are the best. Have to find one that can cut white people hair though.
Well, they all can.
I think white people hair is easy.
Yeah,
relatively.
My mobile barber, he's a black barber, but he does it all.
Relatively, white people have the easiest hair to cut. I mean, we're simple folks, and we're scared to bitch if a black guy messes up our hair. It looks great, man.
Great.
No.
I will say I have walked into a barbershop once or twice, and the brothers are like, "No, next year, man."
Yeah, but
I don't do this.
Oh yeah.
I've been told no, I don't cut.
But that's the thing at the barber college. You know how many white dudes were there?
Y'all.
All of them?
None.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, just y'all.
It was about 20 brothers and about 4 or 5 Latino dudes. That's it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I bet you 2 of them were Puerto Rican.
One of them was for sure.
Dominican.
He looked like Bad Bunny. He had
I was going to say, he probably looked like Bad Bunny.
And he was talking about being Puerto Rican, and he was talking about the food in Puerto Rico, and
the beady hour, whatever that's called.
Yeah, because I was
mofongo.
Mofongo.
That's so. I'm telling you that I've got a new spot now. I got the new $7 haircut spot.
The thing is,
it would have been $6.
What's the distance? Because proximity matters to me.
It was 15 minutes from my house.
That's on the outer edge for me.
Now the other barber shop, the $60 haircut is 3 minutes from my house.
The proximity plays a lot of times because I'm not the type that plans ahead for a haircut. Like if I had a dude showing up every 3 weeks, it would really help.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
I normally
it's
go
good
and
because
people
I
like,
take a shower right when I go in the house. There's no hair in the car or nothing, and on my clothes.
I'm like a shedding dog.
And the other thing is the other thing that I love about this place is, like I said, there was about 35 dudes in there. You're never gonna have to wait. It's
I hate waiting for.
Well, that's the other thing where I go to Super Great Wonderful. They have an app, and they're like,
"Oh, you can book it. You
be
can
there in
book it.
15 minutes."
Yeah,
And the other thing about this place is it took him longer than it takes like a normal barber. But I also think like he was working on perfection because like his teacher's standing right there by him. They're actually like, they're not just trying to rotate a chair. These guys are only getting paid on tips. If you're getting paid $40 plus a tip, you ain't worried about what
you are a crash test dummy.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter.
You might get the run of the litter. You never know when you're going to a barber college.
Yeah, like it or not, you're still getting paid. If you like it or not.
But no, that's the thing.
I wouldn't do it right before I was getting married. I know that.
At the barber college, the $7 goes to the school. They only make tips.
Yeah, they're not licensed to take money yet.
So if you butcher their hair, you might not get a tip at all, and now you just worked for nothing.
Got it.
Well, you're paying to go to school, but
you're already paying them to cut. So now the barber's paying to cut your hair. If you do a bad job, that sucks. They want to do a good job.
But I don't want to be the last haircut before a professor goes, this might not be for you. I don't want to be the guy that
too late
after all this time. Hey, Mr. Thompson, we're sorry. This was his last cut. We're retiring.
Yeah. So
I get a free one next time.
This is the new place. The new place.
Sweet.
This is it.
All right, you got it.
All right.
The hard part is over.
Yep. Now, Vic, your deal's pretty good. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, your deal's pretty good. Did he comes to your house? That's nice. But
thanks to COVID. If not, I'd still be going off of FM 78. Rob went by there one
there
time.
Too.
Yeah,
went to that barber. That line was too long though.
I do the same every morning. I just take that thing and rub it around my head, and I'm good to go.
I'm headed that way, but not yet.
I'm good to go. What would your hair look like if you grew it out?
Let's see. If you look at it,
is there any curl at all?
No, my hair's all straight.
Does it? Do you have like a peak and then the arch, like McDonald's arches?
Yeah.
Or do you have one big hump?
I look like I would look like Fredo.
He's got the male pattern.
Yeah, if you think about it, how back the hairline goes, like almost mid
yeah. But you're like, some guys are a one hump guy. Like there's one hump.
Yeah.
You're a two hump guy.
Right.
What are you?
Yeah.
My hair would grow fine here. My problem is on the backside. Yeah. I've got the bozo ring on the back.
No, I have hair all back there. It's just my receding hairline. It defines it.
Yeah, that's the one that, like, if I grew out, my hair would look ridiculous if I grew it out, but it would be, the back part is where I have my issues.
The Costanza.
Yeah, that's what I got. All right, let's take a break.
Give me the shimp.
I'm going to give away some, I'm going to give away some Melvin's tickets on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
As the school season has begun, as football season has begun, travel is picking up on the weekends. And when you're heading out of town, what are you doing with your dogs? I cannot recommend higher Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. So many of us look for the perfect place to take our dogs. The perfect place to leave with comfort and the peace of mind of knowing they're going to be taken care of. They're going to eat and drink as appropriate. They're going to get the proper exercise. They're going to get everything that you could offer and even more. And that's what Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit has done for us. They're a great sponsor of our golf tournament. I ran into a couple from Bluebonnet as I was playing golf, and they remembered my dogs. That's the kind of place you want to take your animals. They're right off 35, just off 1604. Their rates are spectacular, and the care is even better. You're looking for the video to watch your dogs in the kennels. They've got that for you. Outstanding training. We were talking about dogs and baths. They'll bathe your dog for you. You'll never have to worry about it again. They'll bathe them every time you drop them off if you want them to. They'll make sure your dogs are taken care of front to back. It's easy to find them right off 35 online. Also easy, mybunkinbiscuit.com. When you think about a place, if you're going to take care of my dog, that is the highest compliment I can give you because it's like me handing over my child, and I have absolute trust. They're absolutely wonderful. That's Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, just off 35. They got newbie rates for your first-time starts. They got great deals if you're going to be going every day, but you got to go and find out. Go take a visit, and you'll see what I'm talking about. They are the official Morning Huddle pet resort, and they're certainly my official place to take my dogs. You should take them there, too. When you do, I'm sure you're going to thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Working a stall at 281 northbound at Isom off to the right shoulder. Another at 1604 westbound Babcock. Again, off the main lanes and off to your right shoulder. New trouble spot downtown, 35 southbound right as you approach 37, 281. Get reports of a crash with 2 lanes blocked as you stop and go from Walters. Did clear the road work at 410 eastbound Nacogdoches on over to Starcrest. 35 northbound Olympia Parkway to Evans, that road work still there, still has the roadway reduced to 1 lane and causing a 35-minute delay, slow from O'Connor. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Attention retirement savers. A major U.S. bank predicts a 2025 recession as tariffs rattle markets. According to reports, 2025 recession risks just increased significantly. And a billionaire investor warns of a more serious global breakdown. That's why thousands of hardworking Americans are turning to the award-winning precious metals company, Goldco. Right now, Goldco is offering you a free 2025 gold and silver kit. Plus, you can get an unlimited instant match and bonus silver for qualified accounts. Call 855-969-GOLD to find out how you can help diversify your savings, tax and penalty free today. Help protect what you've worked so hard for before it's too late. Call 855-969-GOLD. That's 855-969-GOLD. You should always consult with your financial and tax professional.
Thomas J. Henry Law fights even when the insurance company says your claim is worth nothing. Thomas J. Henry doesn't back down. That's how we put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just the last 4 years. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water system when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great-tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
Call 656-PURE Connecticut.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo. Guys, this season it's game on at Synergenics and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? We've got the winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book a free consultation and automatically entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a major sporting event. Female patients also eligible. For more information or to book your appointment, go to trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com. Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday evening at 6:30, the Aggies take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Presented by Just Ponce. Pre-game at 5:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Calm down, kitty. I know.
Locked up.
I know. They put him in the crate overnight. Look at this, Vic. He's into your.
ABB.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. The Cleveland Browns have made the announcement that Joe Flacco will not be starting their game in London this weekend. They are going to Dylan Gabriel for the start. And I don't hate this. Joe Flacco is I'm not trying to make it out to where Joe Flacco's played well. He's not.
Well, as good as you can expect given the circumstances. I've been pretty impressed with him.
So Joe of the 37 quarterbacks that have had enough snaps to be graded by PFF, Joe Flacco ranks 25th on that list, ahead of Bryce Young, Justin Fields, Michael Penix, Tua, Lamar Jackson, Bo Nix, Geno Smith, Aaron Rodgers, Cam Ward, dead-ass last.
Yep.
So, I mean, he hasn't been great, but he hasn't been completely dreadful.
Workmanlike.
That's maybe a nice way to put it. Workmanlike is pretty nice. Oh, and I guess that was just for passing. When you factor in running, he's 30th out of 37.
I don't think we needed to include that one. Flacco's name.
But also, but it does change the order because it makes Aaron Rodgers dead-ass last instead of Cam Ward.
Okay.
What a loser. But Joe Flacco's not going to win games for the Cleveland Browns. I don't know if Dylan Gabriel's going to win games for the Cleveland Browns, but I think the Browns at least have decided we want to see if Dylan Gabriel can win games next year for the Cleveland Browns. And it feels weird for a team that has been as feisty as Cleveland is maybe the word for it.
I think I'd give them that. That's being complimentary.
Yeah, they're not good. At least overall, their defense is very good. Their defense is going to keep them in a lot of games. But I think they've reached a point where they say, it doesn't really matter if we're winning games or not this year, because quite frankly, it doesn't. There's not,
freedom in that.
Yeah. So you get to find out, okay, what are we looking for next year? And if Dylan Gabriel isn't it, I'd want to know by the end of this season. If Dylan Gabriel is it, great. If he's not, I would save some runway at the end to see what Shedeur Sanders can do. And if he ain't it, well, you got a 5th-round pick invested in him. It's not a big deal. Move on. But if neither one of them can do anything, you know that you've got to get a quarterback.
And Flacco's the kind of guy that he'll sit down and wait. You need me in a month? I'm not going anywhere, and I'm not butthurt either.
No.
I'll go sit I'll hold my clipboard and bide my time if you need me. I do think that Dylan Gabriel is going to offer something. I do think it'll change a little bit of the offense, and it couldn't be for the worse. I think it'll help.
Well, we'll see how he fares. We'll talk about that more as the season goes on. All right, halfway there on a hump day. Let's do Melvin's Stop Whining Tour, October 17th at the Paper Tiger. We got 2 tickets for caller number 3. We'll be back, 8 o'clock hour coming up, baby.
This is the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I
I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
It's football season and nothing beats fresh coffee, crisp air, and that locker room energy. Hey, it's Rob reminding you that Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is just a phone call away. From Selma to San Antonio, it's luxury pet care for your four-legged MVP. With over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, this is stadium fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, where every pet's a champion.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together, because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the new HEB College Park, located at 7330 North Loop 1604 in San Antonio, from 9 a.m. to noon on Saturday, October 4th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys tailgate tour presented by HEB.
All right, guys, let me tell you about my friends over at Karbach Brewing, and we're in the thick of football season, which means we're now into October, which means Oktoberfest. It's actually kind of coming to an end, but you know what's not? Karbachtoberfest, still out there, still available, and still delightful. It's been my go-to drink for probably about the last month and a half during football season. I love a good Oktoberfest beer, and Karbach makes one that's about as good as anyone. You can find it. It's a seasonal, so it's here for a good time, not for a long time. So find it while you can at your grocery stores or liquor stores. But if that's not your flavor, that's all right. There's something for everybody in Karbach's lineup. Love Street, that's their best seller, their Cold-Style Blonde Ale. Fantastic, easy drinking beer. Hopadillo's their flagship IPA, a punch-you-in-the-mouth sort of hop monster IPA. Crawford Bock, Ziegenbach, all fantastic and all available all over San Antonio. Again, all the stores, but bars and restaurants have it too. When you're out this week watching the football, make it better and make it with a Karbach.
Hi. My name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Mom, it's
It's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insured.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, heads up downtown. Still working this 18-wheeler accident. 35 southbound approaching 37-281. It's right underneath the 281 interchange. We've got 2 right lanes blocked, and it has you stop and go from Austin Street. 35 southbound approaching New Braunfels. This wreck is 2 right lanes closed. That's a solid 20-minute delay. Stop and go from Ben Zengelman. And on 35 northbound, still rolling slowly, Thousand Oaks up to FM 1518, where we had some road work in the area that did clear. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon, the Cowboys are in the Garden State of New Jersey, taking on the New York Jets at MetLife Stadium. Pre-game starts at 11. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
You like that? How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys have signed wide receiver Paris Campbell to their practice squad. Campbell signed with the Cowboys for training camp, suffered an MCL sprain during camp in late July, and was initially set to miss the entirety of the 2025 season. In Major League Baseball, Detroit took down Cleveland 2-1, San Diego lost to the Cubs 3-1, and Boston took down the Yankees 3-1. In the late game, the Dodgers held off Cincinnati 10-5. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning, everybody. 8:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. AJ and Rob on a hump day. And that means we're
halfway through halfway.
Yeah, we're halfway through the halfway point of our week anyway. You suckers are probably still just getting to work. But, like, Rob and I know we're real close to football weekend for us. And guess who's back in action this weekend, Rob?
Can't wait, baby.
Yeah, Rob, your benefactors or your benefactees, I guess.
Yes.
The Texas A&M Fighting Aggies are back underway, and I know you are still paying off Mike Elco's predecessor, but the great head coach of the Texas
like a
A&M
mortgage. You know?
Yeah, it's going to take time. The great head coach of the A&M Aggies is here with us on the Buyers Barricade guest line. Coach Mike Elco. Good morning, Coach.
Morning, guys. How are you?
We're doing well. 4-0, and then you got a week off. Man, that's got to feel good.
Yeah. We had the week off a couple weeks ago. We're back at it this week against Mississippi State, and big win last weekend against Auburn.
Let me ask you about that Auburn win, because you guys have had like the Utah State win, the UTSA win were bigger wins, like as far as like the final score. I thought this was maybe the most lopsided game you guys played. The final score is closer than the game was. I think your team looked awesome against Auburn, despite the final score being a little tighter than it seemed. But what were your thoughts on the Auburn game?
Yeah, obviously, I thought we played well. Defensively, that was our best performance of the year. I think that goes without saying. I thought we physically controlled the game and were really, really good on third downs. Offensively, we made a lot of plays. We made a lot of explosive plays. I thought we moved the ball well. I think we've got to focus on cleaning up some of our penalties, obviously, and I think that puts a lot more points on the board for us.
It certainly would have. Going from a shootout like Notre Dame was to a rock fight like Auburn was, and the differences and things that you had to do, and you're still going against a running team and things like that. But talk about the different types of preparation that you had to go through between Notre Dame and Auburn, because the offenses were really flowing in Notre Dame, and this one was a little bit tougher. How much did you take away from the different types of games you had to play?
Yeah, first of all, I'm trying to find a way to have a blowout game. That's a lot less stressful for me as a coach. We'll take high scoring for us, low scoring for them. But no, I think what that showed was, one, we have a tremendous culture, and that whatever we have to do to find a way to win a football game, we're capable of doing. And when we were up at Notre Dame and the defense was struggling, the offense was consistently picking guys up and going out there and making the plays they needed to keep us where we needed to be. And then I think last weekend, when the offense was hitting its ruts a little bit and not putting the ball in the end zone, defensively we kept going out there and making the stops we needed to win a game. And I think that just speaks to the character of your team and how they're willing to play together with each other.
The thing that has really kind of been a struggle with your defense going into last week, at least you probably know better than I do. I like how I'm telling you what your struggles have been. You guys had kind of not been very good on third down defensively. Auburn 0 for infinity on third down and 0 for 2 on fourth down. What was there a mind shift? What happened with you guys that you were suddenly in the money downs able to get all these stops this last week?
Yeah, I don't know if it was a mind shift as much as it just was better execution. I think obviously it starts with pressure in the quarterback. We were able to do that a little bit better. It starts with creating some indecision on where he's going with the football. I think we're getting more and more comfortable with what we're trying to do schematically in those areas, and we just played better. I mean, it's a lot of times as a fan or as a broadcaster, you want this to be this big magic answer. The reality is we just went out there and we played better, and that's kind of what we're capable of. We felt like that internally, that's what we were capable of, and now we want to just see that be our consistent approach moving forward.
Do you like being the favorite? Is it easier or harder to coach as a team that is considered one of the best in the country?
We want to be relevant. I think that more than anything,
Rob too,
is really, really important. No, it's like you get into these opportunities, and everyone talks about like, oh, rat poison and
right.
this, that, and the other. And the reality of it is you get into these seasons to be competitive for the playoffs, to be competitive for the SEC title, and with that is going to come positive praise, and you just need to learn how to handle that. But I certainly don't want to flip it and put ourselves in a position where nobody's talking about us or we're not winning games and we're not in those spotlights. And so, we were able to get into that spotlight last year through 3/4 of the season. We didn't finish it the right way. We're doing what we need to do to put ourselves back into those positions, and I think we're a more well-versed team on how to handle the finish of this thing.
Another guy who's on the same sort of at least portion of his SEC timeline as you is the head coach down at Mississippi State, Jeff Lebby. And Mississippi State was predicted preseason dead ass last in the SEC. So far, I thought that was very accurate. I thought Mississippi State was going to be dreadful. This is a pretty good football team. They're certainly not the worst team in the SEC like people thought they were coming into this thing. What have you liked about Jeff Lebby's team, and what are some things maybe you can take advantage of there?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of similarities. I think you're seeing a team that's putting their culture into place. There's a lot of energy and excitement on the field, which to me speaks volumes to how much they believe in Coach Lebby and what he's doing and what he's saying to them. They did a really good job of retooling their roster through the transfer portal, and that's why I always say, like, some of these preseason predictions nowadays, I don't know if anyone's actually doing any homework to figure out who came in via the portal, and so until we get on the field and we start playing games, it's hard to tell what a lot of the teams are, and so they're a really talented football team. Obviously, everyone in the SEC presents its own challenges, and we know they're going to come in here and they're fighting for their SEC life and coming in here to play a top-ranked team. I'm sure we're going to get everything they have Saturday night.
Watching them play this year, they live on turnovers. When you see a team that capitalizes on turnovers like they have, is there extra emphasis on it, or just do what you're supposed to do and you don't need to worry about the turnover margin that this team brings into Kyle?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's something that you're aware of, and maybe as you kind of go through your game plan, you try to make sure that any plays that maybe have higher risk values, you maybe take those out of the game plan to try to do what you can as a coach. But the reality of it is turnover margin is the number one thing on our plan to win, and you see it kind of painted all over our building and everywhere we hang that thing. And so it's a huge emphasis for us every week. Obviously, it can be a huge factor in games and how games go, and so it'll be a big factor this weekend for sure.
Your two quarterbacks, Marcel Reed and then Blake Shapen for Mississippi State, they are both explosive play guys. They live and die on these big plays. The difference so far, at least this season, has been that your guy does a really good job of avoiding sacks. And Blake Shapen, when he was under pressure last week, I mean, the big game hunting, that was the big plays helped him beat Arizona State, but also pick six and a fumble six cost him against Tennessee. How important is getting pressure on Blake Shapen, forcing him to make those mistakes while he's hunting a big play?
Yeah, I think it's critical. And obviously he's a kid who's got a lot of experience. He's been in college for quite a few years now. He's played a lot of college football. And so I think when you play a quarterback like that, if he's comfortable in the pocket, he's going to know where to go with the football. He's going to identify coverages really well, and he can pick you apart. And so the ability to get him sped up, to get him off his spot, to get him having to run around back there a little bit, I think plays a huge role in our ability to kind of slow him down.
When the transfer portal, you're always going to seem to be going against teams where some of your kids have been, and certainly this week you played against. You've got a kid that came from Mississippi State, a wide receiver. Any extra emphasis on this? Can you sense a little bit of excitement on his end, or is it just another game?
No, I think in this day and age, it's kind of just another game. I think you see so many kids bouncing around nowadays, and I think it's just kind of become part of what it is. We've got a defensive end playing for them, Malik Silla, who was with us last year. I just think it's kind of how these things go.
Coach, your quarterback, Marcel, has been elite against zone coverage and really has not quite figured out man coverage yet. Is that something you expect to blossom as the season goes on, or is that just part of what he is? He's going to really be able to take advantage of zone coverages, and it may take him a while to get used to going up against man.
No, I think he just has to have confidence in himself and the receivers. I think some of the man coverage is, the windows are a little bit smaller. They feel a little bit tighter. I think sometimes quarterbacks think they're going to get these, guys breaking open with 4 yards of separation. That's not going to happen in man coverage. And so I think some of it is just getting him confident and comfortable and trusting himself to put the ball into the spots that he knows he can.
He's certainly been protected. Your Maroon Goons are playing out of this world. Talk about the growth of this offensive line, and they're doing everything you'd hope they'd be able to do at this part of the season, aren't they?
Yeah, if we can get rid of the penalties, I'll be really, really happy with those guys. That's the next
question.
It's a veteran group. They've played a lot of football together. For us to go out last week and be able to run the ball for over 200 yards against a really good Auburn defense, I think is really exceptional. They continue to protect Marcel. We got to do a little better than we did last week, but they do a good job in the one-on-one protections and giving him pockets. And it's been a blessing to have an O-line that has that much experience back here in Texas A&M.
How did your guys feel last week? They announced the annual opponents, at least for the next 4 years. So the guys that your team, even the young guys, are going to see for the next 4 years, and what you're going to see for the next 4 years. At Texas, LSU, and Missouri being the rivals there. Are your boys excited about those teams? Was there someone that they wanted that they didn't get, or what was the vibe when they said, "Hey, you're going to be playing those three teams every year while you're here"?
No, I think obviously we're excited. I think Texas we kind of anticipated would be on the schedule. We didn't really think there's any way they wouldn't be, and so that's obviously a game that means a lot to our program and to their program as well. And the LSU rivalry has kind of been a budding one since we came into the SEC, and I think that game has had a lot of energy and excitement around it. So it's good to keep that one on the schedule. And and then there was going to be a third one, and Missouri makes a ton of sense from the old Big 12 days, and so kind of rekindle that fire. And so yeah, we're excited with it, and I think the bigger takeaway on the schedule is 9 games. Everyone has a gauntlet to run through now, and there's no hiding from anything. And so I think that the level of difficulty on an SEC schedule really went up just by adding 1 game.
This is kind of a periphery question, but I'm always curious. We got a blackout coming up this week, and always fun to do those theme games. How much of a part of the decision making as to the uniforms do you have?
I have pretty much all of it.
Yeah.
I don't have design control because design control is a lot of years out, and so I don't have design control until next year. But I think in terms of choices and things that you do, and I think part of it is being the CEO of the football program. I tell people all the time I wear 2 hats. The one I love to wear is being the coach. The one that I have to wear and I got to do as much energy into is being the CEO of this program. And so creating buzz, creating energy around our program, getting on the phone in the morning, talking to you guys over in San Antonio, things like that. We got to do what we got to do to publicize this program and make sure people feel really good about where Texas A&M football is going.
Coach, you guys off to another great start. You were off to a great start last year, and it didn't. I think most people thought you lost a game you shouldn't have lost against South Carolina. Is that experience from last year? Does it help going into this year when you guys sitting here at 4-0 and you're going into what's perceived as sort of a soft part of the schedule to make sure your guys understand that in the SEC, even if Mississippi State or Florida's down or Arkansas is a mess, anybody can bite anybody in this league. Did last year's the South Carolina Auburn game kind of prepare your guys for these moments?
Yeah, I think, my opinion is we should be prepared for that all the time. I think there are no easy games in the SEC. I think that's maybe just a conversation that gets had outside of SEC buildings. I think we know the challenges that this league presents, the talent that's in this league. You don't ever put a film on in this league and go, ooh, this team's no good. I think every team that you put on has talented draft picks on it. They're all capable of beating anybody. That's why you see so much parity. I think the more NIL and transfer portal has come into this thing, I think you've even seen the elevation of the league. And so, I think you're going to continue to see this league play out very similar to the NFL, where anybody can beat anyone on any given Saturday.
All right, that is head coach of the Texas A&M Aggies, Mike Elco, joining us here on the Morning Huddle. Coach, we appreciate the time. Best of luck this week, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, you, Coach. Sir. That is Mike Elco. He and all our guests join via the Buyers Barricades guest line. All guests appear via that. Buyers Barricades provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com.
Don't forget Aggie game right here on Saturday. Pregame gets going at 5:30. Kick right at 6.
That is
Aggies
right.
Host Mississippi State.
Yeah, a much better than I anticipated Mississippi State.
Yeah, this is SEC, but yeah, they are better. That they can run the football, and they got an explosive quarterback, but they are living with turnovers. They're a +6 with turnovers. They're living with that. That's keeping them in games. If A&M can limit it, this might be the beginning of the.
Shapen is a guy who he holds the ball because he is looking for a big play, and it kept him in the game against Tennessee last week. But then also it cost him the game last week against Tennessee, and that's kind of the way it goes with a guy like that. It's very boom or bust, but he is a dangerous dude.
Not as easy as they'd hoped, I can tell you that. And I think the blackout idea, as I was just curious, was this something that came on because Mississippi State is better than expected, or was this something scheduled just because Mississippi State appeared to be one of the weaker points at the home schedule for an SEC game?
And I think A&M needs to they need to prove that last week wasn't the exception to the rule for their defense, because
they're going to play another running game. Bluff can play.
Last week was the first time that I watched that team and said, oh, man, they can play some defense. Quite frankly, I thought A&M was going to be – they looked through 3 games like a bad defensive football team.
They gave up so many yards on the run. They were collapsing on the quarterback. They've been getting to it, but they've been stuck in 3rd and 2s instead of 3rd and 8s. And once they get teams in 3rd and 8, those 3rd down conversions disappeared. So they picked it up. We didn't talk about it. The Aggies right now are 100% in the red zone.
Yeah.
That's unheard of through 4 games. So play calling is outstanding. The only thing that's been slowing them down is that defense getting gashed on the ground.
And when it didn't last week, well,
yeah, there
good
goes.
Good things happen. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk some Major League Baseball. That's right, playoffs got underway yesterday. We'll talk about that. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, around South Texas, as we get into the fall season, lots of stuff starts happening around properties. You might be heading out to your deer lease and might be needing to get up to that light to your favorite blind, and getting out there early and fast isn't the easiest thing unless you're riding around in one of the very best things you can have. That's an Ewald Kubota. See, Ewald Kubota all around South Texas, the Kubota line, they've been taking care of us for a long time, and as you start working around the property, start heading to the deer lease, you start realizing there's some things that I've got to get done. And as hunting season hits, you need a vehicle like the Kubota RTVs that can get up to 40 miles an hour, get you to that blind as fast as possible. And the RTV 1140, you can take that whole family along with you. You got an additional 2-year extended warranty on hay balers and cutters going on over at Ewald Kubota, and a 2-year comes standard, and Ewald is giving you 2 more. That's 4 years of peace of mind with already the most reliable tractor you're going to find out there. That's the Kubota and their hay equipment. Their tractors, their RTVs, their zero-turn mowers, you know the quality you're getting with Kubota. Their construction equipment is bar none the best you're going to find, and then the separator is the parts, the service, the rentals, all the stuff that goes on under just one roof at all of your Ewald Kubotas around South Texas. You can rent by the day, by the week, and they'll even deliver to your job site. Service, you can schedule it online. Bar none, you're going to get the very best. Or they'll come out to you on the field if it's required. They've been family-owned for a long time, 75 years around us. Exceptional customer service is what they have made their bones with, and the best equipment. That's Ewald Kubota. Head over there, your treated like family. And always remember, from the Gulf Coast of Texas to the Texas Hill Country, Ewald Kubota is definitely your Kubota dealer.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon, the Cowboys are in the Garden State of New Jersey, taking on the New York Jets at MetLife Stadium. Pre-game starts at 11. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. You like that? How about them Cowboys? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
The right stuff.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s.
Call Right Home Services.
Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. 210-444.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Bourbon and Brews is back, baby, and we're honoring the pursuit of brews and barrel-aged bourbon every single Friday. You need to head to Twin Peaks from 5 to 7 to experience a lingerie costume party paired with exceptional bourbons, tastings, and giveaways. That's only at Twin Peaks. Cheers!
Imagine owning coastal land with ocean views and world-class fishing just off Matagorda Bay. Well, dream no more. Saturday, October 11th, mark your calendars for our fall one-day coastal land sale at Driftwood Shores at Wolf Point. We're unveiling incredible coastal properties. We're talking 1+ acre with ocean access just $49.9 and waterfront properties starting at $99.9, or with a barn dominium from just $169.9. Wow! This gated community boasts a waterfront resort-style pool and cabana, your own boat slip and launch with paved roads and underground utilities. It's all happening Saturday, October 11th. 1+ acre with ocean access just $49.9. Texas coastal waterfront properties from $99.9 with barn dominium from only $169.9. Call now for your private tour at 210-853-0389. Excellent financing is available. Call 210-853-0389. That's 210-853-0389.
At Frost, we go above and beyond with our services, like getting to know our customers by name, offering 24/7 real human phone support, and always keeping a supply of treats for our four-legged friends. You know, the little things. Like when a customer was out of town before a hurricane and their Frost banker drove all the way to Corpus Christi to tie their boat down. We couldn't make that up if we tried. Frost. Exactly what you unexpected.
Synergenics and Low T Center, your TRT MVPs. Want to get fit like an MVP? Book a free TRT consultation and automatically be entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a game. Winners selected every week. Book now, TRTMVP.com.
Greatness is here. All 830 of our famous footwear stores now carry Jordan brand. So it's easy to score Jordan brand footwear and accessories, from hats to backpacks to socks, for the full family at a store near you. Famous Footwear's in-store fit experts will help you find the perfect style and the perfect fit. Because every day is a chance to make it famous. Come in and shop Jordan brand footwear and accessories at your local Famous Footwear store today.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
B. Hannon says, I only saw the commercial 20 times yesterday. AJ, are you excited about the Mark Kerr movie with The Rock, the smashing machine?
It is everywhere. And he doesn't look anything like himself either.
I saw it already, remember?
Yeah.
I saw it. I was at the very first American showing.
Never be applied to UFC fighting. This doesn't fit.
Well, this was a film premiere.
Well, yeah, you got to walk the red carpet.
I was at the U.S. film premiere of The Smashing Machine. It's very, very fun.
Yeah. You have champagne now?
The makeup required for The Rock to look like. He looks like the Hulk.
I thought the movie was really good. I think that there's a niche audience for it. I don't know that everyone is going to find it as interesting as I did. Like, I don't know if Vic will be into it.
On Netflix, it'll be worth a watch.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a really well-made movie.
I saw the back of the story, so I vaguely remember when this was going down, the tough man stuff. So yeah,
he
want to see it.
He did a good. The Rock did a good acting job in it. Emily Blunt is very good in this movie. So yeah, it's worth a watch if you're into that sort of thing. But again,
like being entertained.
No, I mean if you're into violence, if you're into organized violence,
I find that entertaining.
Yeah, but it's also like it's a good personal story too. It's just
Is it sad?
It's kind of sad.
Bad, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Yeah.
But Old Yeller sad? Do we have to?
No, he's still alive. Mark Kerr's still alive today.
We don't have to put him down?
No, Mark Kerr's still alive and kicking today.
Good.
So it could have been sadder, I suppose.
I'm glad we didn't have to put him down.
Yeah, but there were times when
maybe he should have been put down.
Yeah, very well could have been put down. All right. Major League Baseball had a good day one of the playoffs. You had 3 tight games, and you had, in the one game that wasn't tight, you had just a brilliant performance from the game's biggest star. Start with the early game. The Tigers got a 2-1 win over the Guardians, and that was the Tariq Skubal show. He absolutely dominated. And by the way, Gavin Williams was really good too. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, no earned runs. Not good enough though. 7 2/3, 3 hits, 14 strikeouts for Skubal. Just a dominant showing. And Tigers pieced together. The Tigers who A.J. Hinch is their manager, and A.J. Hinch and I had the same philosophy when I was coaching. Look, bunting's stupid. You're just giving up an out. If you can't hit, I don't want you on my team anyway.
I mean, there's a place for it, but
he found it in a 1-1 game in the 7th
that's where
inning.
You need it right there.
Laid down a bunt and got a run home on a safety
good
squeeze.
For Hinch. We said it yesterday. If Detroit wins this series, July and August can be forgotten. Just put it to bed, and that was a good start. Now, they still got to find something for today, but yesterday was the way you put that horrific collapse behind you.
The Cubs got a 3-1 win over the Padres. Padres jumped out early, and then the Cubs hit back-to-back homers. The Padres offense, which
terrible.
It has been for a good chunk of this season. The Padres just can't hit, and when you've got guys like Tatis, Luis Ariz, Manny Machado, Jackson Merrill, Xander Bogaerts, there's not really a reason why you shouldn't be a good hitting team.
That's what they're supposed to do. That's what this team is built for.
Yeah, and they weren't very good.
It's
and
three playoff games in a row now.
Yeah, and Pivetta, who pitched pretty well, 5 innings, nine strikeouts, and just gave up the 2 solo home runs, didn't get rewarded, was not good enough. So the Cubs now with a 1-0 lead on the Padres. Padres backs against the wall. So are the New York Yankees backs against the wall. Boston 3, New York 1, and Aaron Boone came out and defended. They pulled Max Fried.
A little early.
Max Fried was dominating. 6 1/3 scoreless innings. They bring him in, or they take him out. But now he was at 99 pitches. They got him out of there. Luke Weaver walks the first batter, allows a double, so now you got runners first and third, and then a single, and now it's 2-1, and then ended up being 3-1. But Garrett Crochet was dominant. We talked about this game like this. The Red Sox have their best guy going. If the Red Sox were going to win one, this was going to be it. He got 17 batters in a row at one point. I'm a big believer in what the Red Sox and the Tigers did yesterday. I hate in playoff baseball when managers start to get real tight about, they've already seen my pitcher twice. Like,
yeah,
okay, yeah. If your pitcher's better than them, let him keep rolling. You got to trust your best guys.
I agree, but in the modern game, your pitchers just don't go very long, and then you start going one more inning. Now we're 5 pitches over Norm. Now we're 8 pitches. Now we're 9. But he's hot. What do? I get the question because I'm just not used to seeing pitchers make it to the 7th. It just doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see where it makes sense to go to a bullpen when a bullpen's a weakness.
I agree with that.
Just because it's someone who's different.
Well, in July and August, I get saving time. Now, dude, you only got 2 more games if this doesn't go well, so you better use it all.
B. Hannon says you play 162 games to make a wild card or potentially not have a home game in the postseason. Make the wild card 5 games.
No,
I like it like this.
Yeah.
I think you should. It should be an uphill battle if you're a wild card team. It's almost like the play-in games in the NBA. It's like
I've never been pro.
You
this.
Gotta earn it.
I've never been pro this. So if you do get here, you need to earn it. No, we need to speed this along.
I only need 3 games.
Yeah.
I'm good with it. And also, it's too much of an advantage for the teams that are sitting here right now, not having to use pitching.
Right.
Like especially for the third division winner, they like them having to play a full 5-game series versus the other 2 division winners who are just chilling.
Right,
that's tough, man. That's a tough ask. So I like the 3-game series, and I don't mind it all being in one place. Like, dude, you want a home game, like win your division.
My dad bitches about a wild card anyway. Just the fact that there's a wild card.
Wild cards don't get a home game in the NFL.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck. Then the Dodgers and the Reds. This is the one I lost on this one. The Reds could not keep it close. It got out of hand pretty early. Shohei Ohtani. Oh my gosh, this guy. If you're not appreciative, and this is coming from a certified Dodger hater, but I don't care. Shohei struck out 3 times, went 2 for 5, hit 2 bombs. Including a leadoff home run.
Start the game.
It was like, you knew as soon as he hit that, I was like, the Dodgers are winning this game. It was a solo home run. He's the leadoff man. But it just felt like they go where he goes. And things started to snowball. And good win for the Dodgers. That was the Reds' best chance. Hunter Green has been their best pitcher all year long. It gave him a chance.
10-5, though.
It's crazy that the Dodgers, like, Clayton Kershaw's not even on the roster for this round of the postseason. Tyler Glasnow is not scheduled to pitch in one of these 3 games. They just have a glut of riches, right? Everybody's gotten healthy.
That's what is so annoying about this team is if you're not paying attention, you think you got a shot against them, but they're just playing roster roulette during the regular season.
Well,
guys can be hurt. Down.
Yeah, they were hurt all the time.
Yeah, and as long as everybody shows up in September, everything's going to be fine.
Be healthy here. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, now here you go. You're healthy, and this is what you get. And this is going to be a tough team to beat.
I hate them.
I know it sucks, but Shohei, I mean, it's too awesome seeing that dude, Shohei Ohtani. I love it. I love it. He's the greatest thing ever. And he's scheduled to pitch Game 3, so I'm kind of hoping the Reds win a game so we can see a Game 3.
Lead off homer.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him pitch a game in this series too. All right, let's take a break, Rob. Man, time is flying. We only got one segment left in the 8 o'clock hour. We are having a good time here. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Dr. Jacob Torres is my physician. The Institute for Functional Health is where I go to stay healthy. I love the idea of the functional health part of how Dr. Torres and his great staff approach your everyday life. They treat everything. They're a general practitioner shop. I walked in there looking to lose some weight, didn't feel good about myself, and really never put together what my weight meant to my daily feel, how I felt every day. I knew I was fat. I just didn't know how much it played into all that other stuff that I really didn't even consider. And how many things were actually holding me back from losing weight that I had zero control over until I actually met a physician and we went through the test to figure out my chemistry, my biology, and why and how I put on the weight. And that's why Dr. Torres and the Institute have been so successful with people like me, people like you, who might have tried and failed or really just didn't think they could. I talked to Torres, and he kind of got me motivated and got me going, promising early results, and I got them, and then it got good to me. I started losing weight and feeling better, and that's really the key. You want to feel better, but you do want to look better all at once, and it can happen sooner than you think. I want you to call Dr. Torres today. If it's time for you to lose weight, whether doctors are telling you or you're just tired of seeing what you see in the mirror, call them today at 210-468-1891. Use the website. It's a valuable tool, IFFhealth.com. Listen, if it's time to lose weight or you're just ready to do it, you can have a new body by January 1st if you start right now. Call Dr. Torres. He'll change your life, and when he does, come on by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, heads up downtown. Still working this 18-wheeler accident. 35 southbound approaching 37-281. It's right underneath the 281 interchange. We've got 2 right lanes blocked, and it has you stop and go from Austin Street. 35 southbound approaching New Braunfels. This wreck is 2 right lanes closed. That's a solid 20-minute delay. Stop and go from Ben Zengelman. And on 35 northbound, still rolling slowly, Thousand Oaks up to FM 1518, where we had some road work in the area that did clear. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest-growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design-build projects, building renovations, tenant finish-outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first, then buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, the Texas Longhorns back in action. First SEC game at Florida.
Bob Ballou will join us at 3:35. He is our Longhorn insider.
And we're going to talk Dallas Cowboys with our favorite Dallas Cowboy insider, R.J. Ochoa.
That's always entertaining. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
All right, it's 8:40 on the Morning Huddle, which means it's time to go to the Buyers Barricades guest line. Talk to our special guest. Well, I guess he's just a regular guest because he joins us every week.
Oh, he's special.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, rewind. All right.
Fair's enough. Okay, special guest. I meant to say it like that.
Okay.
It's like a very special blossom.
That's
Very
right.
special episode.
From Arasti, you know him, you love him. Dr. Jason Garrett. Good morning, Dr. Garrett.
Hey, good morning, guys.
How are you, sir? How's the week been so far?
I'm feeling special. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was about to say, in our eyes, you're special. So
You know what? You're right. I apologize.
I know who I tell. When I tell people they're special, it's usually not a compliment.
Yeah, well, thank you.
I don't care what bus you ride on.
Okay. Doc, Tyreek Hill, we saw a gruesome injury on Monday Night Football. Dislocates knee, which usually comes with torn ligaments, and this one did indeed come with an ACL. I had a very similar injury to this with a broken bone and torn or dislocated knee, all that stuff. Tore all my ligaments, but the doctors told me the biggest concerns were nerve damage and long-term blood flow. First of all, is that, do you agree with that assessment? And what would those issues actually entail?
Yeah, absolutely. So the back of the knee is one of the more vascular parts of the body. So there's a big artery, there's some big nerves back there. And when you dislocate a knee like that, it's a medical emergency because sometimes the blood flow can be cut off. It can be lacerated. The nerve can be completely damaged or swollen. Plus, all the swelling that goes back there can compress it and cause either severe long-term nerve damage or blood flow damage, both of which are catastrophic for an athlete. Somehow, Tyreek Hill's got none of that, didn't fracture anything. It's almost like a medical miracle, and they've already done the surgery, and they think he'll be ready to start 2026. So it's amazing.
Now, I've seen athletes get hurt in a lot of different ways, in person over the years, obviously, seen it on TV, some of the more gruesome ones. I've never seen a player react to that kind of injury.
I'm telling you, he's in shock.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever seen a player that you've been around not realize what had just happened to them?
No, I didn't see it live, but I saw him riding off on the cart, and he was giving a thumbs up and smiling. And then when I found out how bad the actual injury was, I was like, either he's in absolute shock or he is just a unbelievably tough human being.
Doc, do you think today I could beat Tyreek Hill in a foot race?
No.
Today, I think he'd be 50-50.
Okay. All right.
He's just a hobbled cheetah.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I think this, you know who this is good for? Tyreek Hill's wife. I don't think he won't be able to
whoop him with. I'm gonna beat you with your cane.
She's got a fighting chance now. Tyreek Hill couldn't happen to a better guy. All right, Doc De'Aaron Fox, who's got a hamstring issue, says he doesn't think he's going to be playing on opening day. Does that concern you when you hear about this, a guy who's been hurt now for a couple months or it feels like at least a month with this hamstring thing?
July. The
fact that he's not going to be playing on opening day, does this mean this is a really serious type of hamstring issue?
Yeah, usually so. Hamstrings, kind of worst case scenario, a bad hamstring pull is 6 to 8 weeks if you do nothing. Like if you had terrible rehab, if you just rested. And so the fact that he's been out for this long and he's still not ready to play or ready to start the season, that is pretty concerning. That means there's probably more going on. Either there's some where it inserts into the bone has been torn off a little bit, or he's had some setbacks, like came back too soon, loaded it too early, and has re-injured a few times. It is really unusual to have a hamstring injury take this long to get better.
Well, what's the witchcraft involved in getting back? Because it seems such a nebulous, vague thing. It kind of like you know when you know, but how are you going to know?
Yeah, it's the crazy thing about hamstrings and a lot of muscle pulls in general is you can have full strength. So you can test it on the machine, like a hamstring curl. You can even jog pretty well. But until you do that full extension, full explosion game movement, you don't really know. And so you can feel pretty good. And most trainers do a great job of bringing you back. And they've got protocols for it where they have a sequential amount of exercises that you have you do, see how you respond to it, add load the next day, see how you respond to it. You know, in absence of all the treatment itself, just bringing them back to ready to play. But you don't really know until they take that first step in a game, and then it either holds up or it doesn't.
What does this term mean? I saw that the Grizzlies' Brandon Clark is going to undergo a procedure to address knee synovitis and is expected to be reevaluated in 6 weeks. What is knee synovitis, and what's the outlook for something like that?
So synovial fluid is what lines almost every single joint. It allows lubrication. So like in your knee, you've got synovial fluid that allows your joints, your ligaments, your bones to move really smoothly and decrease friction. If you get inflammation in there, either from arthritis, from overuse, from a tendinopathy, from an infection, then you get an inflammatory cascade that makes that lubrication very sticky and very painful and likely to hurt yourself. So it's a super vague diagnosis. It's one of those where it's like, well, we don't really want to tell you what's going on, so we're going to call it synovitis. It could be any number of those things. And if it's going to be that long out, that means there's probably a significant injury that's holding them back.
When you deal with that, do you treat it like it's arthritis?
No, I mean, it's sometimes you can have almost an autoimmune condition. It happens sometimes either after getting vaccinated, getting an upper respiratory infection. For whatever reason, some viruses attack certain joints. And those, you don't want to move them. You want to let it get better. But if it's more of like an arthritis, you actually do want to move it. So it's depending on if the body's attacking itself, you kind of leave it alone, give it some medication. If it's more of an injury type thing, you want to move it and rehab it as soon as possible.
And this is
are you recommending against vaccination? Is that what you're saying, Doc?
No, I am not going down that
This
road.
is off the subject, but for those of us that have gone through at some point in our lives those injections into the synovial fluid, the chicken coxcomb stuff, does this have something to do with that?
It could be. Usually that's more for arthritis. So people that have DJD, osteoarthritis in their knee. They've got a little bone on bone. It can buy you some time before a knee replacement. So this is probably not that.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson, iffy to play. We're seeing John Harbaugh be a little snaky about whether or not Lamar's heading in the right direction or not. But let's just say that he does play with this hamstring issue. We should expect a pretty limited amount of Lamar running, right? Like they wouldn't put him out there and just have him break loose full speed, right?
Yeah, but that's hard to do when you got guys that are 220 pounds that run 4.4s coming at you that are, human missiles. When you have that ability, it's hard not to do it. So if they're really concerned about him injuring it more, they definitely should not play him. So I don't know if they're being, a little cat and mouse with this, or he's not really that hurt. If you have a hamstring injury and you got a guy like that can evade, he's going to, and he's going to hurt it. So I would sit him down if you don't think he's ready.
Spurs getting back to practice yesterday. Darren, we've already talked about being out. Dylan Harper's going to be dealing with that thumb. I'm always curious about the process of getting in, or getting into game shape, and the difference between being in shape and game shape, and that fine line that you have to get to over the next couple of weeks. As a guy who's worked around athletes that are trying to get someplace, what are you paying attention to in the first couple of days of practice? Are you overemphasizing ice and stretching or all that, or is there something that you need to kind of build to before you get to key game shape? Because this is the time when we're really paying close attention to all those little things that can keep you out long periods of time in like January and February.
Yeah, if you're rehabbing like an upper extremity, they should have their cardiovascular pretty dialed in. So they should have, lots of wind sprints. Their cardio is good. If you're rehabbing an injury of the lower extremity and you're bringing them back in, then it's a lot more challenging. Then you're talking about more ice, more rest, limiting the number of minutes. But if it's like a hand or thumb issue, he should be pretty fit. Now, you can't really reproduce game intensity. Even practice, if you're practicing super hard, you're never going to reproduce that game time intensity because of the adrenaline, the fans, and everything else. But you probably want to monitor his minutes and make sure you just don't overload him.
All right, that is Dr. Jason Garrett from Arosty. We appreciate the time, Doc. We'll do it again next week. How about that? A special time.
Yep, special.
Thanks, guys.
There you go. That is Dr. Jason Garrett from Arosty. He and all our guests join us on the Buyers Barricade guest line. Buyers Barricades provides traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com.
I should have written a question down. I forgot to ask.
What was it about?
I wanted to ask him, you're a trainer, and your guy walks in and he's grown an inch. And, you've been working out. What do you do? Do you go, well, where did you grow? I mean, are your legs longer?
You're not allowed to ask questions like that.
I completely forgot to ask
that.
That's a random thing to even have to think about.
It's very personal.
What happens when you're training a guy and he shows up? He was 7'3" the last time you saw him, and now he's 7'4".
Vic, I noticed you, Victor, I noticed you grew an inch over the summer.
He's a shower, not a grower.
Where did you grow exactly? Can you show me where you grew? That sounds like the who was it? The Michigan State gymnastics training staff,
or the Indiana basketball doctor. You got a bad foot. Let me check your rectum.
Or the Penn State football coaches.
That's who it was.
Yeah. Jerry Sandusky.
It's time for the showers, boys.
Well, let's just go find out in the shower. How about it, Victor?
No.
Yeah. No.
I don't want to be on a 30 for 30. Oh, you got a sore shoulder. Let's check your rectum.
Yeah. I love this. Did you see Jerry Jones' quote? Even though they scored 40, our defense was improving as the game went on. I think you could all see that.
They didn't get 41. You noticed that?
That's right.
Could have been a lot worse.
So I've got something I want to show, or I want to discuss with you in the next segment. We're down to 1 hour of show, friends. I'm sorry. We don't have time for everything today. We were going to talk a lot more lady basketball, like a lot.
Not too bad.
But yeah, we're going to have to cut that short and save it for a different time. Because ESPN posted, and I found this interesting. I started digging into it, and there's some that jump out at me. Ranking every Power 4 quarterback 1 month into the season. Because we've talked about...
Well, the top 10 have collapsed. We have a bunch of new characters.
We talked about, man, the idea that all these guys that were supposed to be superstar dudes, hardly any of them have played worth a lick. So we'll dig into that list a little bit on the other side of this thing, on the other side of our break.
And the funny thing is, as we do dig into it, it's the guys that stayed that have had the trouble. The transfers have been playing fine. The guys that stayed did not.
Before we do though, I did have one more chunk of sound from Jera, if I can find it here, that we didn't get to the other day, about if the game helped to justify the Micah trade.
Let me just say this. That's a good test out there. When you don't have a player anymore, he's lining up directly against you, plus you don't have him on your defensive side of the ball. Now, that's a real good test, and I'm glad that everybody got to see it, where it goes, and it left me feeling good about our trade.
Left him feeling good.
What's he going to say? Is he going to say, every day I wake up and I know that I have traded away a top 5 defensive player, and I know that no matter what I do for the next 12 months, I will never be back to where I was the minute before I made that trade?
I was looking up, of course, today's Wednesday when all the PFF stuff is updated for the week, and I went back to last year where the Cowboys were, as a team, what their grade was for pass rush. They had the 4th best pass rush in the league last year. Where do you think they rank so far this year?
I don't. I think I remember 2 sacks. So, what was that 2 sacks? Probably 30th,
28th,
20th. Yeah,
yeah.
Have they had 2 sacks
from 4th to 28th?
I feel like we had one from Williams, right? Didn't he get a sack? I think Sam Williams got one, and maybe we had a corner blitz that somebody got. I don't know how many sacks we got, but I can only count 2.
But hey, on the bright side, you've given up less points on the season than the Ravens.
Well, you do have that going.
Only one less, but still less.
Got a better record too.
Damn right you do. Damn right. So Cowboys greater than the Ravens. I think we can all admit that.
Can agree.
I think we can all admit that. All right, we got 1 hour of program left. We'll dig into that quarterback list on the other side. Where's Rob's guy, Marcel Reed? Where's Arch Manning?
I thought Elco made a very important point about his quarterback and man coverage.
Well, we'll talk about that as well coming up next. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson, KTFM Floresville. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on the Blitz, the Texas Longhorns back in action. First SEC game at Florida.
Bob Ballou will join us at 3:35. He is our Longhorn insider.
And we're going to talk Dallas Cowboys with our favorite Dallas Cowboy insider, R.J. Ochoa.
That's always entertaining. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at the prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Prepare for a cosmic convergence like no other. SpaceCon 2025 landing in San Antonio October 24th to 26th. Meet legends from across the galaxies. Elizabeth Olsen, Brie Larson, Paul Bettany, Ian McDermott, Karen Gillan, Carrie Ann Moss, David Duchovny, and more. I've been waiting 1 year for this. SpaceCon 2025. The universe is ready for you. Tickets available at spaceconsa.com.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. When you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, you might not get a lot of wins, but the players, they're still playing. Which ones are overhyped, which ones aren't, you know that. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash. It is so good to be right. You know, last week following the Cowboys, Dak Prescott, the season isn't great, but Dak's throwing for numbers. I keep following. I love what's going on with Dak, and I would keep following the more than as we keep going through the season. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. You love C.D. Lamb, you love Saquon Barkley, you can play him 3 different ways. And whether it's a friend or a celebrity partner or just someone whose picks you like, hit the follow button and check out every lineup they create. It's a new feed there on Prize Picks. Listen, it feels great to be right, and being right on Prize Picks means money. Download the Prize Pick app today and use the code Alamo to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. This is code Alamo to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
So I was on eBay because I'm absolutely obsessed with this rare hologram trading card.
Shiny like the designer handbag of my dreams.
They had it. They even had perfect parts that fit my car.
Millions of finds, each with a story.
eBay.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, heads up downtown. Still working this 18-wheeler accident. 35 southbound approaching 37-281. It's right underneath the 281 interchange. We've got 2 right lanes blocked, and it has you stop and go from Austin Street. 35 southbound approaching New Braunfels. This wreck is 2 right lanes closed. That's a solid 20-minute delay. Stop and go from Ben Zengelman. And on 35 northbound, still rolling slowly, Thousand Oaks up to FM 1518, where we had some road work in the area that did clear. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys have signed wide receiver Paris Campbell to their practice squad. Campbell signed with the Cowboys for training camp, suffered an MCL sprain during camp in late July, and was initially set to miss the entirety of the 2025 season. In Major League Baseball, Detroit took down Cleveland 2-1, San Diego lost to the Cubs 3-1, and Boston took down the Yankees 3-1. In the late game, the Dodgers held off Cincinnati 10-5. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9:01 on the Morning Huddle. Good morning, everybody. Told you guys we'd talk a little college football here. We'll start at the back end. I'm not going to go through all, what is there, 60-something, 68 quarterbacks. But I did want to give some of the notable ones, including dead-ass last, former Aggie, Zach Calzada.
At Kentucky?
Yeah, he and Cutter Boley, who have shared time at Kentucky. right now have a total QBR combined of 25.4. They stink.
Yeah.
They both stink. Neither one of them's good.
We could have told you that about Zach.
Oh, God.
I mean, it's just too much.
It's
should have gone to
terrible.
Sammy. He should have gone to CFS.
They've combined for against defenses ranked because they played an FCS game, so like against their even like halfway decent opponents, combined for 396 yards, 2 interceptions, and 9 sacks. 53 of those yards came on one dump-off pass where they got it to the running back and he ran for 53 yards. They're awful.
Well, of the myriad of Aggie quarterbacks playing around this great country,
he's the worst former Aggie quarterback.
Way down there,
former SMU quarterback Preston Stone, now at Northwestern. He is 67 on the list. Bill Belichick, the quarterback whisperer. Gio Lopez, 66 on the list.
That's actually not bad.
And Zane Flores at Oklahoma State, 65. Those are your bottom feeders.
That got the coach fired.
Now, other notables, number 61, DJ Lagway, Florida.
Yeah.
Everyone was sucking this dude's gator tail coming into the season.
5 interceptions in the game will do that to you.
Oh, my gosh. He's dreadful. Dreadful. And Florida will be favored in one game for the rest of the season. This might be just a disaster.
Well, the problem with a guy like Lagway is he possesses a fair amount of athletic ability. I'm not going to say skill.
Yeah.
And he's going to put together a game this year that's going to beat somebody.
By the way,
I don't know who it's going to be. It'll be with his legs and miracle throws, but he is talented. He's just not a very good quarterback.
And by the way, this is not going to change the way that NFL teams perceive him.
No, not at all. But he I'm not sure he can differentiate colors sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's that bad.
Number 58 on the list from UCLA, Nico Yamaliava.
That guy, he's mental mush now. That poor kid, I feel so bad for him. He obviously got such terrible advice from whoever he listens to that it just ruined him.
You want to hear a hilarious stat? UCLA, if you look at S&P Plus, UCLA has a 61% chance of finishing 0-12 this season. You know how hard it is to go 0-12 at a power conference school?
Keep in mind, you get to schedule 4 of those games or 3 of those games.
Of them,
You get to pick them.
That's pathetic.
He has become the cautionary tale. He's now, don't be him.
Yeah.
I mean, don't be him. Don't just chase money and just do that because you will wreck your life.
Number 55, Drew Aller, Penn State.
Well, he hasn't been asked to do a whole lot.
Well,
so
he was asked to do more of the Oregon game.
I'm not going to hold it against him. But that interception in overtime, that's pretty terrible.
It says during one drive against Oregon, when Penn State was down 14, Aller completed 3 passes for 56 yards and a beautiful touchdown lob. The rest of the game, 11 for 22, 81 yards, and a game-clinching interception.
Yeah, that snag out of there. I'm not going to hold it against him, that loss. Of course, the interception ended the game. That whole team didn't show up to play, and he hadn't been asked to do much. I didn't expect a lot from him. I thought it would be just like a functionary dude, but when they needed him most, he wasn't there.
How about number 54, Cade Klubnik?
Now, this is a letdown. Absolute colossal collapse. This is somebody who's not playing up to his physical abilities. He's playing on a team that is afloat, a coach that's in peril. I mean, it's just worst-case scenario for this poor kid.
He was disappointing last season, and he's much worse this year. He was supposed to take like a big step. He sucks. So I'm going to stop saying, well, he's got all the potential. I mean, potential's nice, but he sucks.
Workout warrior. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. I've seen him perform with. He's got the legs. He's got the arm, and I thought he had the head, but all 3 together, those puzzle pieces have not snapped together.
Number 46, Connor Wegman, Houston.
Yeah, that's about right.
The number 1 pocket passer in the 2022 recruiting class has run for 13 first downs and 4 touchdowns. So, I mean, he's added a little dimension to his game.
He's exactly where he should be. He looks pretty decent.
Blake Shapen, who's playing against A&M this weekend, number 45 at Mississippi State. Number 43, the quarterback they played last week, Jackson Arnold, 43 on this list.
I think Shapen might turn out to be a better quarterback.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, I've never been an Arnold fan. And we saw the problem with him is he holding the ball too long, thinking he can that kind of stuff. Shapen at least is for lack of a better term, balls to the wall, man. He'll make a mistake before he'll hold on to the ball.
Number 41 on the list, Archibald Manning. It says it almost looks like paralysis by analysis for Manning. He's been raised as a perfect quarterback specimen and knows every passing angle, and he seems to freeze up while considering what to do sometime. Averages 3.1 seconds to throw, 7th most in the country. He's 100th in interception rate, 96th in completion rate. Texas's defense will buy him development time, and things could click at any moment, but they haven't yet.
I agree with
And
that
by the
last
way,
sentence.
That's coming off his best game yet.
I agree with that last sentence, that it could click in at any moment.
Yeah.
You just feel like if it clicks in, look out. But, yeah, all that other stuff, I appreciate that kind of analogy, that he's so smart that he's overthinking things. And I do think that he's overthinking. But I think the problem is he thinks he knows more than he does, not that he's so trained that he knows it all. I think he thinks he knows more, and he doesn't.
Caden Salter at Colorado is number 40. Bryce Underwood at Michigan, number 38. Number 37, Garrett Nussmeier, who was right behind Arch Manning in the preseason Heisman odds. They're saying he's dealing with a torso injury. Okay. But they can't run the ball, so he has to keep throwing it.
Yeah.
And it's short passes, which you would think, well, if he's dinking and dunking, they must have a high percentage of those. No. He's only 43rd in completion rate, and he's not putting it down the field at all.
What's the common denominator here? It's Kelly. It's not. I'm starting to wonder if it's not him. I don't know. He has been such a letdown, and I can look at Clemson and see Klubnik's letdown because his team is collapsing.
Yeah.
He doesn't have anything around him. LSU's got talent. It's not like he doesn't have skilled guys around him. Now, not to the level that LSU's had in the past, but pretty damn good. And I'm starting to think that it's not Klubnik as much as the situation he finds himself.
Maybe. 34, Devin Dampier at Utah.
I like him. He's extricated everything he's got out of that skill set.
Number 33, former Texas quarterback Aiden Childs, doing at Michigan State, actually.
He was at Texas?
I believe so, yeah. 31, your guy, Sam Levitt at Arizona State. I'm not high on him.
He's not an NFL quarterback. He's a winner. There's a different,
29 is Haynes King at Georgia Tech.
That's, as an Aggie, that's the one that got away.
Yeah.
Of all those quarterbacks that probably shouldn't have been run off, that was such a victim of Jimbo, it was Haynes King. Because the guy has proven to be a very good college quarterback. He's never going to play in the pro, but he's a good college quarterback.
28, Texas Tech's Baron Morton. And then Will Hammond, who came in and helped him. Yeah. 27, another guy that was at the high on these lists. He was the first team All-SEC, Lenora Sellers. Again, big play guy. It's very boom or bust.
Yeah, vital skill set is accuracy, and we're lacking that.
Yeah. Number 26, Texas A&M, Marcel Reed.
Elco said something, and you brought it up, that his numbers against man coverage are so much worse than zone coverage because he's not an accurate thrower, but he knows he can get the ball to a place. So against zone, you tell him to put the ball on the 12-yard line and give a catch radius of about 5 feet, it's going to be just fine. But throwing guys open, that's the kind of stuff we're not going to see this year.
Yeah.
We're not going to put him in a situation to throw. And when he sees man, I think it's he immediately goes to some kind of check down, play action, find your first read and get out of there kind of stuff. We're not going to see a lot of throwing a guy open across the middle, at least not yet.
He's somewhere in between what people told me he was going to be coming into this season and what I thought he was going to be based on last season.
Right.
He's better than I thought he was. I don't think he's as good as everybody was trying to convince us he was.
He doesn't have a massive – I mean, he's not a –
He doesn't have a massive
hugely
ceiling.
accurate. No, you're right. He's going to be a fine college quarterback. And once we dial that in and we can find a way for him to at least have a couple of routes that he's comfortable throwing dudes across and using the rub routes and things that, next-level college programs use, His accuracy will look better, but right now he tends to sail a little bit.
Patrick Mahomes Jr., Dylan Raiola at Nebraska is 25.
I like his swag, man. I know you're not a fan of his, but I think he
don't.
brings a little bit of drip to a Nebraska team that needs it.
23, man. This guy would have been way higher on the list if he wouldn't have played like ass last week. Josh Hoover at TCU, who had been really good and then gave the game away against Arizona State.
You haven't mentioned Baylor quarterback. Saw your
21
there
on the
he
list.
Is. There he is. Because those two remind me of each other. They both play the same way.
So Baylor is 0-2 when the pressure rate is above 27%. They are 3-0 when it's lower than that, averaging 45 points per game on those games. So if you can keep Sawyer Robertson clean, he is projected right now to go over 4,500 yards and 44 touchdowns. He leads the country in both those categories.
He's electric. I really enjoy watching him.
20, Gunnar Stockton at Georgia.
He's a pro.
18, Carson Beck at Miami.
Another pro.
17, Joey Aguilar, Tennessee.
Starting to believe it.
16, Tommy Castellanos at Florida State.
I cannot wait to see him be fully actual. I think he's being limited by some of the guys around him. That guy's better than I thought.
I think he sucks. Still.
Really?
And I love that the Virginia guys were in his face.
Yeah, they planted him. But my God. Anyway, we'll move on.
15, Luke Altmaier at Illinois. 14, Talon Green. As bad as Arkansas has been, somehow here they sit. It's mostly because Arkansas's defense has been horrific. 13, Chandler Morris at Virginia.
Well, I saw him play one game.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
12, another one of your favorites, John Mateer at Oklahoma. 11, Julian Sayin at Ohio State. 10, Jalen Daniels at Kansas, who's been very good.
He's 30 years old.
And if he could play, if his team could play any defense, he'd probably be higher up. Number 9, Damon Williams at Washington. Number 8, Ty Simpson at Alabama. I thought he was so good in that Georgia game. He threw the ball much better than I thought he could. C.J. Carr, number 7 at Notre Dame. Number 6, Brendan Sorsby at Cincinnati. I picked Cincinnati to win this weekend against. I think that they're better than I thought they were. They're pretty solid. Top 5, Dante Moore, Oregon.
Electric, best quarterback in the country right now.
It says after an easy start to his first season as Oregon starter, he faced the biggest test of his career on whiteout evening at Penn State. Threw for 248, 3 touchdowns, no sacks, no picks.
Ice water in his veins, man. Chill.
He said he basically became the Heisman betting favorite overnight, and
I'm impressed.
he did.
Number Mateer gets back, we'll discuss, but right now he's the best quarterback playing.
Number 4, Fernando Mendoza at Indiana.
I don't know. I have to abstain from this.
You don't want to watch him. I
want to watch him. I just haven't seen him, so I don't know.
Number 3, I got to give this dude some credit. Now, this guy wasn't even supposed to be the starter coming into the season. Trinidad Chambliss at Ole Miss. This dude was beating Valdosta State a year ago, and now he's out smoking LSU.
He reminds me so much of Marcel Reed in the way he plays, his attitude about the game, the surprise that he's even in there. But he has been successful, or Marcel had issues. And I think it's just a testament to his coach. You got a quarterback whisperer like that, and has brought him, and he's got skill. You wonder how many dudes missed on him.
Number 2, Diego Pavia at Vanderbilt. He's got a big challenge coming up this week, but I'm done betting against Diego.
At some point, I'm going to accept the fact that this guy's just a damn good quarterback and not a winner.
And number 1, Lincoln Riley's guy, Jaden Maiava at USC. Loss against Illinois wasn't his fault, certainly. He is number 1 through total QBR, and he is one of only 2 to rank in the top 20 in both completion rate and yards per completion. Illinois was, it says, comfortably his worst game of the season, and he still threw for 364 yards and an 85.5 QBR. So in his worst game, still balled out. USC's offense is awesome.
It is. It's an awesome offense, and it's a machine. I'll tell you, I didn't realize he was playing that well.
Oh, he's incredible.
He's solid. I'll give him that.
Dude,
he doesn't jump off the screen.
This is what Lincoln Riley does.
Yeah,
he puts up crazy cartoon quarterback numbers and doesn't coach defense.
But I could see Caleb, and I go, man, that dude's an athlete and doing all this. I don't see that with him. He's just solid.
I think he's good, man. I think he's really good, actually.
You think he's an NFL quarterback?
I wouldn't bet against it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bet against it. He's like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah,
I don't see any reason why he can't be.
I guess it's one of those things, because I'm not talking about him. That's the best thing you can say about a USC quarterback. He's not making mistakes. He's just throwing the right ball.
All right, friends. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
I hope you had a chance this morning to pull down a nice cold glass of water to start your day. Hopefully it was softened by Connecticut, the best water treatment program or system you can find in this part of the world. That's what I do every morning. Big old glass of Connecticut softened water. I don't think about the Connecticut. I just drink the water. See, I've had Connecticut for so long. I don't know what it's like not to have one. You know, I grew up with one on the south side that was pulling out of our beautiful aquifer, and now I got one over a well, and I certainly have always been happy with my Connecticut's. And when I had the opportunity to talk about them, it was the easiest thing to do because, quite frankly, I have never had one negative experience with Connecticut. I've never had it break. It's been in 2 homes now. I've never had one single issue. I've never had to replace an appliance because my pipes were all clogged up. Never had to call a plumber to replace a sink fixture or anything like that because I've always had Connecticut's. Now, if you haven't had one, you might have noticed some things that you can fix immediately with a better water treatment system. Maybe it's that powdery stuff that you see at the bottom of dishes. Maybe you're tired of buying a new refrigerator every 3 years because they're all clogged up and your ice maker won't work anymore. Whatever the case, if you need the very best, if you want the very best, if it's time for the very best, call Connecticut today. The number is 656-PURE. That's easy. ConnecticutSA.com for all the details. You get a Connecticut today, you're going to get the best deal possible, and wait till you hear about the specials. Find out today. Go get yourself a Connecticut. You know you want it. Now's the time to get it, and I know you're going to thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We're still dealing with that 18-wheeler accident downtown on 35 southbound. As you approach 37-281, it's underneath the 281 interchange. So 2 right lanes remain blocked. A 20-minute delay, slow from Benz-Engelman. Got a couple of stalls that are off to the right shoulder, I-10 eastbound Callahan and 410 westbound at Southton. Now, still noticing a little bit of a delay along 35 southbound from Tupperwine on down to Loop 410. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon, the Cowboys are in the Garden State of New Jersey, taking on the New York Jets at MetLife Stadium. Pre-game starts at 11. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. You like that? How about them Cowboys? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off. Free UPS shipping and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Your fantasy roster is set, the smack talk is heating up, and this season ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sportsbook for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Terry's Tiny Homes, Terry! Sure, as the only employee of her company, Terry was probably the front runner, but saving money getting personalized discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive, well, that gave Terry the edge. Over Terry.
Terry!
Keep awkwardly chanting your own name, Terry. You deserve it. Be your own Terry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Okay, I have to tell you. I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying... just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Hello, American women. My name's AJ. This is my wingman, the Bobcat.
I've always been a terrible wingman. I'm not a
this is the real wingman right here.
That do a lot better.
You're a terrible wingman?
Never been very good at it.
No?
Yeah.
That surprises me.
I mean, I'll be there for you, but I'm not very good at helping. I've been noticed in the past that I'm not a good wingman.
Huh. Well,
I don't know. I did my best.
I mean, you're a good guy to bring to the bar with you, though.
Yeah. I'd like to think I am, but I've never really been successful in getting one of my friends laid.
No. Well, and it's good to, like, as a person who's
that's
not
what a wingman's job is.
But
like,
as a person,
I'm here to not be your personal protector. I'm gonna,
So for me,
but I'm not taking the fat girl. I'm sorry.
What I need from my wingman. Oh well, yeah, Vic's the perfect wingman.
I'm the perfect wingman. I got a lot of people some tail.
What I'm looking for in a wingman is someone who's not going out trying to get laid. I'm looking for someone who's going to keep me out of jail. And Rob is really good at being the guy who steps in and says, "Hey, let's calm down here."
Yeah.
Like in every pairing of friends, there's a guy who's like, "The hell did you just say?" And there's a guy who's like, "Hey, let's calm down."
That's Rob.
And I'm "What the hell did you just say to me?" And Rob is, "Hey, just calm down, friends." I'll throw your ass in that pond.
I'm not here.
And Rob's like,
I'm not here to beef, man. I got enough problems. I don't need to add another one. Have a beer.
By the way, happy Nudie Magazine Day to all those who celebrate.
Is that October 1?
October? It's Nudie Magazine Day!
It is. It's October. October 1, Nudie Magazine Day.
Is that like the first of every month? Or
no, it's just October. What is it? One of my favorite lines from a movie.
What movie was that?
That's Billy Madison. Remember, it's at Norm Macdonald is the guy. He's like, "What day is it? October? Oh, it's Nudie Magazine Day.
Let's do
it." Right before that, he says, "There's something important I was supposed to do today." And Norm goes, "Have 5 daiquiris?" He said, "Nope. Remember to do that."
Classic.
So, how do we celebrate? Because there are no magazines
There are no
anymore.
more nudie magazines. No.
I still have a bunch.
Do you really?
I think
yeah.
I might have to go
What,
dig
like-
underneath my father's mattress and go
What,
find one.
what are they dated?
Okay.
When are they dated to?
Let's see. Actually, from I'd say 2002 to 2008, I was getting Playboy magazines here at the station from our former morning show host that ordered them, and he had them delivered here. And then when he quit, they just kept coming, and I kept bringing them home.
So when I worked in Austin, my show was sponsored by a sex shack.
Yeah,
and every month they would bring by like a full cardboard box of nudie mags, DVDs, sex
You name
toys,
it,
all kinds of crazy stuff.
Nice.
And I was I'm a little too highbrow to deal with that nonsense. So I would
do that.
I'd give it away to everybody in the office.
Nice.
And but that's the last time I even held a nudie magazine in my hand.
A paper.
And that, like
Paper porn. Who'd have thought?
We're talking
What a
about
novel idea.
Like that goes back to like 2007.
Kids will never know the
2008.
glory of
finding it.
Of the
You know,
fold
first of
with
all-
a centerfold.
The middle page, and it just rolls out on twice.
Turns into a poster right there.
Yep.
My friend Steve. I've got two stories about one Steve, one Steven. My friend Steve, in our Spanish class, my Spanish teacher was a real bitch, but
Senora who?
I don't even remember her name.
Or
I don't remember.
señorita.
I remember what's worse was Spanish 2, a guy named Mr. Thomas, who's a white guy.
Tomas.
And in Spanish 2, they
No, I had a white guy for Spanish.
they
too,
didn't want you
also.
to speak English in that class. I
Yeah.
hated it. That's why my third year of
En
foreign
español,
language.
por favor.
My third year of foreign language, I took German 1 with a bunch of freshman people. It was way better. But in Spanish class, Steve tried to pull out the Pamela Anderson Playboy that was where she was wearing black on the front. It was like a very famous issue, and he dropped it on the floor.
They took it.
And she picked it up. Oh, she made Steve walk to the office with her holding that Playboy.
The walk
I was like,
carrying it
the
like it was
walk
a
of shame.
No, it ain't no shame in that. I'd have been showing it to everybody. Hey.
I'm not gay.
I'm going to pay the price.
But the worst one
Told you I
was
wasn't gay.
my friend Steven. He was like my best friend growing up, and we were at Hastings. Did you guys have Hastings here?
Records, yeah.
Yes.
Hastings Records.
Okay. So Hastings had nudie mags, and there was a Jenny McCarthy, like a special edition. It was like a 200-page. All it was Jenny McCarthy naked in this magazine.
Was she doing Rewind then? Is that what early
Yeah,
days
this
of
was like
Jenny?
the mid '90s.
Yeah,
so she
that's
was
Rewind,
like, she was the hottest chick in the world at this point.
Our feature was the Madonna one. That was when I was in my prime.
He was like, he's like, I was always like, I did so much bad stuff when I was a kid. The one thing I never did was shoplift. I don't know why. I had a horrible fear of getting busted shoplifting.
Yeah, I never shoplifted.
Like I literally at one point I stole a car, but shoplifting, that's where I drew the line. So I don't know why, but for whatever reason that was better. And God, that's a different story for a different time.
Whack, but
Different story for a different
carry
time.
on.
But I was so paranoid that I would not shoplift. I just refused to do it. But
I never did that either.
But me being the good wingman, I was like, so here's what we'll do then. If you want that magazine, what I'll do is I'll go through the scanner first, like because they had the electric things in case you try to steal a movie or whatever. It would
you'll
just
set it off
beep
accidentally. And
Yeah.
And I said, so just in case. Because that's what they would do in the magazines. They'd like hide one of those magnetic things in the middle of the magazine somewhere. So it was a crapshoot, I guess. So I said, what I'll do is I'll go through first, and I'll stop and act like I'm looking at something right in front of the door that the checker would have to come out to approach you. And you go behind me, and if it goes off, you just take off running. All right. We've got this plan in place. I go through first. I know, what's this? I notice something as I'm walking. Oh, this is interesting. I start looking at it. Steven's right behind me. Beep, 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 beep. I look back at him.
No.
I look back at him, and he's frozen. Like a deer in the headlights. Can't move. He's paralyzed with fear. And I go,
what do you...
Book it. Book it. And he just kept standing there. And then he turns around and he does the thing like you do at the airport. Like, I don't know what's making me go off here.
Not me.
I don't know. And then like, what do you think's gonna? And they're like, well, try again. So he walks through again, and it beeps again, and he's still frozen. And finally, I'm like, all right, well, sure enough, he gets busted shoplifting.
Well,
his mom had to pick him up, and he had to explain that he was shoplifting a nudie mag to his mom.
It was just Playboy, though, right?
Yeah, it was just Playboy. Yeah, it was just Playboy.
He wasn't grabbing like beaver.
No, there was no filth.
Some kind of fetish magazine.
No, he's a classy guy, Stephen. Yeah, he would never do something
had
like
the joy
that.
of Nudie Mag Day.
Oh.
Go hanging out at the corner store and checking out the free mag.
No. And then they figured it out. They figured out after a while, we got to put this thing in a plastic baggie.
Yeah, there's always one copy that got opened just for customers. I miss Penthouse Forum more than anything else.
Do you?
Oh yeah. Never thought it happened to me.
No, and it never did.
No, never did.
No,
I never had my favorite pair of red shorts on.
No. All right.
I was wearing my favorite red shorts.
I was gonna say.
So George Clooney looks like he's retiring from acting. He is at least going to. He's going to start winding down his acting career, saying he wants to spend more time. He wants to make time for kids.
Does he have kids?
He does. That's the thing. He says he's starting to wind down. He prefers time with his children to shooting big movies. He married a.
She's like a legal.
An international law attorney. Admits that getting older has made him value family time more than ever, and said now's the time in his life that he wants to get his priorities straight. He's 64 years old, and he said, "I'm not in the mass rush to succeed anymore. I've had my career in many ways, and things were winding down in a way. So now I get to be home with my family."
Things rich guys say,
and it's a lot of fun. Like, who wants to quit being a Hollywood star to hang out with your kids? That sounds dreadful.
He has a house on Lake Como there in Italy that is like, man, I'd never leave.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Work.
Yeah, you'd have a hard time.
I'd be doing coffee commercials for my office. You'd never see me again.
But he says even movie stars get sick of being movie stars.
Oh, RPP.
Yeah, listen, man, this is I feel really terrible for George Clooney.
I can't remember the last. Well, no, he does act periodically. He does some things now.
Yeah, every once in a while, but he's no longer like a huge leading man. I don't think.
I genuinely appreciate him. I think he's a good dude.
I like him too. And
down
like,
to earth.
if I were gay and looking for an older man, I think George Clooney's very handsome.
Yeah, I mean,
do you not think so, Vic?
Well, he is, but I don't.
I have an
find him
impeccable
attractive.
record.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm jealous of his
heterosexual
hair.
record.
I'm not looking to have sex.
I'll admit, yeah.
Like
if he leaned in, I might kiss.
If I said you could look like George Clooney, would you want to look like George Clooney?
Probably, yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I certainly would. Like,
I definitely want his hair.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, if I were attracted to men,
that would be it.
That's the kind of man I'd be attracted to.
Even though I'm not, if he leaned in and it'd been a nice night.
No, that's Josh Allen.
What
for
about
me.
Superman? I thought you liked Superman.
He's a good-looking guy.
Oh, okay.
He's a good-looking, but he's young. But I'm talking about like if I were looking for someone
like over in the 50s,
a little more mature.
50s, 60s.
Yeah. If I were looking for a silver fox, that's the way I'd look.
Especially been a nice night out, bought some wine.
Yeah.
Pleasant evening.
And plus, the great thing about George is he's a man he's got his priorities straight. He wants to spend time with his kids.
Yeah.
Like
Deeper. No red flags there.
Yeah. Like, okay, is Ryan Reynolds hot? Yeah, sure, but like Ryan Reynolds is still trying to be a big celebrity.
There's probably another bunch of guys.
You got to worry about him cheating on you.
He's got a trail of guys just like me.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that with George Clooney anymore. I don't think anyway.
Check his Grindr account.
Oh yeah, let's check.
Oh wait, the Speaker of the House.
I don't think that's happened yet. And of course, Jimmy's in here saying it's AI, whatever.
Who cares? It's true. If it doesn't matter, AI or not, it's
we'll
true.
See. We'll see. A teenage boy. Now, I always have doubts about this. Anytime there's like anytime someone does something stupid, we all depending on who it's done to, we all assume, well, oh, that's a MAGA guy doing MAGA guy stuff, or oh, that's a liberal doing liberal guy stuff. Like there's always the discussion of who would have done something
That's
like
his motivation.
this. Caden Spate texted his family, 17-year-old, texted his family that he'd been abducted by 4 Hispanic men in a van after a shooting last week. Authorities issued an Amber Alert, and he was last seen wearing jeans, a black T-shirt, and a MAGA hat, according to local news outlets, and conveniently kidnapped by 4 Hispanic men. And his sister put out a plea on Facebook, please, if you've seen my brother, please let us know. We just want him home. I can't sleep, I can't eat or do anything not knowing where he is. Please don't stop searching. There's still little to no information on what happened or where he could be. I don't understand why this has happened. Just bring him home. Well, he was found the next day, and there's a twist in the case, though. The story that he had was completely made up, and he had actually purchased a bicycle, a tent, and camping gear from a Walmart, rode off on the bike after parking his truck on the highway. The initials detail that Caden texted to his family were proven to be false. He rode away while the rest of us were left to think the worst. His team was working in overdrive. Well, to keep up the ruse that he was actually kidnapped, he shot himself in the leg using a handgun.
You're all in on the story there.
You're like, I'm trying real hard to blame these Mexicans for this. Not a smart criminal. And now he said the police say there is zero chance that Caden's gunshot wound came from any type of assailant. And because taxpayer-funded resources were used for the search, they will press charges against Spate. They've not interviewed him yet because his parents have not granted permission yet. But similar charges were brought more than 2 years ago after a then 26-year-old woman faked her own kidnapping in Alabama and then caught a year in prison for it. So now this is a kid. He's probably not going to catch a year in prison, but he does have to walk around with a bullet hole in his leg for the rest of his life.
He shot himself to carry on the story. That's ride or die right
man.
there.
You're like, hey, I am sticking to the story. Sticking to the story no matter what. This kid stuck to the story. All right. Let's take our last break of the day, Rob. When we come back, we'll wrap up the show the way we always do by taking a look at the daily lines. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, our Rosti providers are all around San Antonio with one job in mind, that's to get you out of pain. You know, so many of us reach an age where we just let things nag. We just let them hang around until they're too big to ignore, and that's too long. You know, life's too short. Get yourself fixed. Rosti providers, I'd seen them. I had never been in one until about 8 years ago. I'd been dealing with lower back issues and had been to regular doctors. I'd been to chiropractors and physical therapists, and the outcome was always the same until I walked to an Rosti provider. Not only did they get me fixed in 4 visits, they taught me how to keep myself out of pain, and that has been a godsend. So from that point on, I have been an Rosti patient, and I'm just like most. Once you go, you recommend to friends and family. 99% of Rosti patients have recommended Rosti to their friends and family. No higher recommendation than that. Listen, they just work. If you've dealt with stuff and a doctor's prescribed a pill to just hide the pain, don't go there. Get it fixed. And that's what Rosti does. They find out where the problem is after a full evaluation. They fix the problem in ways you might not have thought about it, because it has nothing to do with pills to hide the pain. Certainly no surgery to prolong it. I'm talking about your body fixing itself. And if you're dealing with soft tissue injuries, sprains or strains, lower back, like I said, maybe even those tension headaches that grab you in the middle of the shoulder blades and then punch you right in the nose. Whatever the issue is, let Rosti take care of you. You can get in quickly. You never need a referral. Write this number down. It's 1-800-404-6050. In an age where things can just kind of hang on for a long time, Rosti stands on the fact that they're going to get you healed and get you healed fast. Go see an Rosti provider. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. They're going to take care of you, and when they do, you can come on by and thank me later.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
That's pretty good. Yeah, well, as we're sitting in a jail cell. Yeah, we can talk while we're playing a harmonica, in the jail cell.
That's not what a harmonica sounds like, sir.
Whatever. Oh, look at me. I'm the luckiest guy in the world. Don't still be stealing my Lucky Charms.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Guys, this season it's game on at Synergenics and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? We've got the winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book a free consultation and automatically entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a major sporting event. Female patients also eligible. For more information or to book your appointment, go to trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
The holiday season is here, and businesses are hiring for all kinds of seasonal roles. From haunted corn maze staff to real bearded Santas, skilled, experienced workers are in high demand and hard to find. Whether you're hiring for one of these roles or any other role, the best way to find the perfect match for your role is on ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's matching technology works fast to find top talent. No wonder it's the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. At UMGC, turn your military rank into college credit. Eligible enlisted service members and previously enlisted veterans may receive up to 12 credits for select undergraduate courses based on their rank, and up to 90 credits in total for prior learning, military experience, and training. Visit umgc.edu/SATX to learn more.
George Gets Justice. You've heard the national lawyer ads. Same story, different name. But when you've been through something traumatic in San Antonio, you need a local team who fights for real results. That's why so many get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. George is from here, listens to people, and fights to help them get their maximum compensation. Call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George Gets Justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So my sandwich shop was opening in a week, and I needed signage.
A week is plenty of time to panic.
I went to Staples. They printed banners, posters, and flyers to promote my grand opening.
All in time for your grand closing.
Nope, I had it same day. I even got $125 off my order.
Holy onions! For all your business printing, Staples.
That was easy.
Now save up to $125 on custom print orders. In-store and online, same day if ordered by 12 p.m. Into 11/1 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Lots of college teams have school traditions like Gig 'em. To get the word out about Quarter-Moon Plumbing, AC and Heating, I suggest we institute the following Quarter-Moon Yell. Plum 'em!
Plum 'em?
We've got a whole team of fully stocked trucks, and our customers are the best in Texas. I say Quarter-Moon, you say Plum 'em. Quarter-Moon!
Folks, at Quarter-Moon, we have a spirited tradition of solving every home problem imaginable, from plumbing to air conditioning to heating. Call Quarter-Moon Plumbing, AC, and Heating day or night, and we'll fix them.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You feeling American today?
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Morning Huddle 94.1. Happy Nudie Magazine Day. All right, friends. Every day around this time, we wrap up the show in the same exact way by taking a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
Neff Ozuna says that last conversation with George Clooney was super awkward and uncomfortable. Just saying. Was it?
Maybe for you.
I know.
I'm perfectly healthy in my. I'm comfortable with my conversation.
Comfortable in my masculinity.
Yep.
Why do you think I sit here with a taxidermied cat every day? I don't care. I don't think anybody's judging me. Cat, do you think it's weird that if I were gay, I'd be attracted to George Clooney? Not even a little bit. That's normal. That's normal.
Everybody's got a type.
He's uncomfortable.
Just saying, everybody got a type.
Yeah. If Vic liked, thinner girls, he might think Salma Hayek's hot.
Everybody got a type.
She's too skinny for him.
Well, I think he wouldn't.
Like the old Rebel Wilson? Is that what
Oh, you like Rebel Wilson?
Yeah.
You like the old or the new? You like the
You like the old Rebel Wilson, not the one that's in Ozempic commercials.
No, not that one. Nah.
No. She's microdosing, she says in those commercials.
Yeah, quote unquote. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that girl does anything micro.
What about Vic, do you like Melissa McCarthy?
Hold on.
Is that her name? Melissa McCarthy?
Yeah.
Oh,
that might be a little bit more than.
Let me see.
Pull her up, Vic. I want to know if you think.
We've
See, Alexandra, she's attracted to Selma Hayek, and she's not.
Oh, I love her.
Alexandra's not a lesbian, as far as I know, but if she's comfortable enough to say that that's an attractive person. Oh, you do find Melissa McCarthy
that's
attractive?
The one from Bridesmaids.
Yeah, you're into that, huh?
Oh, that's all me right there.
Oh, Lordy. Thank you. You are the ultimate wingman.
I told you.
The ultimate wingman.
Everyone always wanted to take me along. I'll pay for you. Come on.
And Vic's like,
no, Vic's like, hey, you go take care of the skinny girl because I can get what I'm after.
If you tell Vic, oh, yeah, I want to hook up with this chick, but she's got a fat friend they're going to take home, and, like, she's not going to leave without her. And Vic's like, okay.
Yeah, so where are we going?
Does she have an ugly face? Because I'm looking for real low self-esteem here.
I'm looking for the slow.
I want her to have no standards. None. Because if I'm going to have no standards, I don't want her to have them either. I don't want her judging me.
I'm looking for the girl that's standing by the front door of the club at 2:15.
I want both of us
holding her shoes.
I want both of us to wake up in the morning and going, oh, my God, what have I done?
I've done that a few times.
All right. Tigers at the Guardians. Tigers with a 1-0 lead. Elimination game for the Guardians. They send Tanner Bybee to the hill.
You think Tanner's got more than 3.5 strikeouts in him?
I do. They burned a little more bullpen than they wanted to, I think, yesterday.
So he's going to have to go a little further than we thought. I like that idea.
I think he'll throw. Casey Mize going for the Tigers. The Guardians minus 135.
What about
favorites.
Mize? You think 5.5 strikeouts looks good? I think that's a little low.
Mize isn't as much of a strikeout pitcher. Although the Guardians sure showed they'd strike out yesterday when they were going up against Scherzer. It's a crazy 14 strikeout day.
They don't hit very well.
They don't. Speaking of not hitting very well, the Chicago Cubs take on the San Diego Padres. Padres not hitting a lick. I'm going to take them again, though. They're even money today. Cubs minus 120. Kittredge going for the Cubs. Dylan Cease goes for the Padres. I'll back the Padres with the better pitcher here, and Dylan Cease, more of a big game pitcher. So give me the Padres at even money. Got a 6.5 total on that one. 7.5 total at Yankee Stadium. Brian Bello going for the Red Sox. Carlos Rodon for the Yankees. Yankees got to find a way. Fried and Rodon, I want to say combined for like 39 wins this season. That was their top two guys. The Red Sox were way more driven by one man, Garrett Crochet. He's burnt up. But if they can get it to that bullpen, Aroldis Chapman, again, just dominant. So, but I do think this one goes 3. So I like the Yankees today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. And Zach Littell goes for the Cincinnati Reds. Yoshinobu Yamamoto goes for the LA Dodgers. The Dodgers are very good. They are minus 290 favorites in a playoff elimination game for the Reds. Minus 290 favorites. That is a large number. We are down to the WNBA Finals. Oh, Rob.
Almost
the Aces and the Mercury.
Usual suspects is what we're looking at.
The Las Vegas Aces to win the conference or to win the championship, minus 135. Phoenix, plus 115. Game 1, which is going to be Friday, Aces are 3-point home favorites. So at least we got what looks like supposed to, at least on paper, a competitive lady basketball finale.
You think? I think that this looks like Las Vegas might pull this away.
Well, I hope you're right.
I think this.
I'm Team Vegas here.
If we look at more than one game past a sweep, I'd be shocked.
Okay.
It's not a gentleman's sweep. What would it be? A gentle lady sweep?
It'd be a ladies
sweep?
a madam sweep.
Madam sweep.
I think that's what they would call it. That's what I'd call it anyway. I'd call it a lady basketball sweep.
I don't think they'd appreciate that.
They do. I don't understand why they don't like that. It's like
just basketball played by ladies, not lady basketball.
When like used to, you said, "I'm a lady." If you were like,
I should say female.
I think that's worse.
I've never. My wife's always said like any guy who ever says females. I was talking to the females. She's like, I'd check out. Like, all right.
What about ladies?
I've never asked that. I never had that.
Ask her if that's an offensive term to her.
What about chicks?
Hey, lady. Hey, lady.
Like she works at a school. Like
well, at her, everything is miss.
Yeah, I was gonna say miss or Mrs.
You know what's funny? It's very like we all grew up in Texas, so we all said yes ma'am and no ma'am growing up.
Absolutely.
Do you know like the first time I met my mother-in-law and I said yes ma'am to her, she was like offended that I called her ma'am because ma'am is something you call old people in the Pacific Northwest. Like that's it's a sign that someone's elderly.
Uh-oh.
Wow. And like if you call someone ma'am in parts of the country, it's like offensive to them.
Like 70 plus.
Yeah, they're acting like they're like, why did you just call me that? That was rude. Yeah, I did. So it's funny how what we thought of as manners is looked at as rude in other parts of the country.
All right, old lady. Sir. Yeah.
That's why I just call everybody lady. Yes, lady.
I go with Hoss.
Okay.
Chief.
Vic likes to call him Biggin.
No,
all right, Biggin.
Or
if you're under 20 and I call you Biggin, that's I'm saying bless your heart.
No, I just say way.
Yeah, I say that a lot too. Foo. Essay. Don't you know I'm loco?
Foo.
All right, that does it for us, friends. No football today. Sorry. So we'll have football lines tomorrow. Big game between Sam Houston and New Mexico State on deck. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll talk about Thursday Night Football. All that and plenty more. Blitz coming up at 2. Enjoy that show. We will see you back for a small Friday.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the